Okay, let's see here. So it's going live. What the hell do any of these buttons do? Invite friends. Everyone? Oh man, that's gonna take a minute. Hey. Christ, it takes a while to click 300 names. God, why doesn't it have a select all? Sorry, if anyone's tuned in, I'm trying to invite my friends list to this live stream, so hang tight. Almost there. Got like 5 more screens to go. Man, I haven't like talked to some of these people in years. Holy shit, I should go through my friends list sometime. Holy god, there's like no end to this freaking list. Alright, I'm gonna figure out a quicker way to do this in the future. Sorry guys. Okay. Alright, that's everyone. Bam. Friends invited. Holy cow. Okay, cool. I got people in here now. Hooray. Oh. Damn it. Alright, so where am I at? I'm gonna stick this in my pocket. I'll screw it, I'll just carry it. Hello peeps. Howdy. So we're 10th and Union, and I can see a barricade up ahead. Traffic's flowing normally. We're gonna go see if all these reports on the news media of armed guards and mayhem are true. That'd be really cool if this thing told me the battery level. Hey, can you guys hear me, by the way? Hello? Can you guys hear? Huh. Okay, nobody there looked like they were armed or guarding. Just kind of chilling. Okay, it looks like there's a fair bit of lag between what I'm saying and you guys picking it up, but that's good that you can hear me. So it looks like there's some tents that are set up at the park up ahead. Alright, so this was kind of the center of the protest a couple of days ago. So, looks like the hydration station.
Usually when I sound smoke, people be like, oh yeah.
Looks like they roped this off for the paint. We've got Black Lives Matter. Alright, let's go around this. They did a pretty good job on it. It looks pretty straight. So you couldn't drive here yesterday.
Good morning. That statement is being made in the form of art right here along Pine Street, really what's been the heart of this protest. We're also seeing movies played on a projector a few blocks up the way, music, artwork, and people...
So I'll head up towards the police station in a bit, but anyway.
Police reform in mind.
Anyway, I think I just made it on the news. Yep. By the way, guys, if any of my peeps here think that this live stream could be useful in a group that you're a member of, go ahead and share it or something. I think there's a way to send a link or post a link. But anyway, so peeps just kind of hanging out there. Looks like someone's... I can't tell what they're playing. They were throwing something around. Football, maybe. There's a soccer ball over there. Yep. Hello.
Nope.
I think I'd have more friends if I was in my pirate costume with a handle of Captain Morgan's. You guys think that would work? So there's a girl with a walkie-talkie down there. She looks official. My body, my choice. Cool. That guy had a name tag that said Anarchist Capitol Hill. So I think this is one of the other barrier zones or whatever. It's like nobody here, everybody's just walking around. I mean, it looks like a big block party, honestly, but with ski masks. Here, I'm going to join in the festivities. You know, got to be properly dressed for this. Yeah, anyway. Oh, cool. There's a memorial. Alright, I guess let's head towards that precinct. play dodgeball. Cool.
Maybe some of my colleagues don't like it. I don't know.
I gotta say, there's like, I'd say 3 to 4 times as many people here right now, just based on what I've seen, as there was at the actual protest on Sunday. Like, people have come out because it's like a block party over here. I'm serious, I could probably back my truck up, put a barbecue in it, and like do hot dogs, and it'd be a grand old time. So, I don't know if you guys can see this, but a couple of people are like setting up a ladder or something to climb up higher to do more murals, graffiti and stuff. So yeah, that's happening. I don't know what store this is, but it's boarded up. And then we've got Nazi pigs over here that somebody artistically made. But this door's not boarded, and it's in one piece. So, moving right along. I don't know if this is the new America. I don't think so. I mean, keep this in mind. This is a city of 700,000 people, metropolitan area of like well over 1 million. This is a few hundred kids that are having a block party because, you know, they have no school tomorrow. So. Hey man, what's up? My name is Tyson. Oh, cool. No worries. Call it.
Well, it's you have 2 cameras. Usually people who come at me with 2 cameras have an agenda. So, you know.
No agenda. Just wanted to ask you questions, or if you want to talk.
Right.
I got friends from all over the world. You know, Russia and Spain and stuff. Are you part of the protest here? Or just kind of with everyone?
I'm not doing it.
Okay. No worries, man. Have a good night. Here, let me make it to the back of this so I don't get in people's way. But the dude over there was open carrying a large handgun, but didn't seem violent to me, you know. Dude's just out. So that's another barricade there, and yeah, I don't see people guarding it really. Everybody's just kind of coming and going as they want. So I think it's a movie. There's like a movie playing. So. Where am I? Is there a street sign here? We're at 12th and Pine. Oh, so this must be the precinct here. So, and while we're here, we'll go look at this barricade over there. Public tents. Marginally confused by this concept, but okay. It's a tent and it's apparently public. I think this is the precinct building. So Mitch, thank you for joining us. I will say, yeah, maybe you have a point there. Maybe I was a little aggressive with the camera and stuff like that, but there's a ton of people here that are just walking around filming, so I don't think it's out of the norm. So, and this is the other entrance. You can see like cars just going by everywhere. So it's working. All right. Howdy.
How's it?
Pretty good. Oh shit, that's paint. I don't want to walk in that. There we go.
West 129th Street, which is right here. Doors open at 5 a.m. Grand March is at 7 a.m.
So I'm going to kind of show you guys some of the signs and things that have been put. I think this is a side of the police precinct that has been abandoned by Seattle PD. Man, that there is actually pretty artsy. There's a pertinent one. Hey, guys, let's leave the political stuff out of this, huh? Please. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to figure out how to mute people. In my personal opinion, both parties have equally screwed the situation, and we have imbeciles in power across the board. But that's just me. So. I don't think you have to have a party affiliation to be a moron. That's pretty clear these days. All right. Bam. Cool. Figured out how to do that. I think most people would agree that we need more parties and maybe abolition of party affiliation. Definitely need runoff elections because, you know, ever since I could vote, it's always been a vote of the lesser of two evils. So, there's kind of a cool show going on over here. Resign Mayor Jenny. Those guys there seem to have a more permanent setup in here. So for those of you who watched my video from a couple of days ago, this is where I was standing to get that shot of the police and the protesters from the side. So like right where this trailer is was essentially the no man's zone, with protesters like creeping up past the cones, and you know, the police were right past that intersection. Anytime that the protesters got to within probably about 100 feet of them, they would launch a bunch of goodness at them. So, but nobody died. Matter of fact, how many deaths have we had in Seattle that were like protest related? I know there was the one shooting on Sunday, but have we had any? Anybody know? I'm gonna go to these pavilions and see if there's like something interesting over there. So the other day they had like a whole row of porta potties set up over there, and I don't see those anymore. So where do all of these people poo? They must have moved them somewhere else. That's weird. There was like, I don't know, probably like 20 porta potties over there the other day. Am I blind? Brad? Because they were like literally over here. Fuck. No, dude, they moved him because I think they were right there. But whatever. Oh, they're pooping on the sidewalk like, gotcha. Honey? Are you with this group?
Yeah.
Can I talk to you on camera?
Sure. What for?
I just got a bunch of friends who are like from out of town and from out of the country, and they're actually wondering what's going on because, you know, the media is just showing all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was like, hey, I live nearby. I'll just go like walk around, and I've got
That's awesome.
35 people on here now.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, who supplies all of this? Like, this is all free, right?
Yes.
You guys have earplugs and masks, and I see snacks and water. Like, where does all this come from?
It's basically community funded. So they have a donation little canister up there as well as Venmo information for Esther, who is kind of coordinating things with Courtney over there.
Okay.
And yeah, they've been receiving a lot of donations from people that have just seen us out here. They've been here like every day for the past week.
So people just like drop cash in a can, and you guys like run out to
They make
wherever
Costco
and buy
runs.
stuff.
And people have been really great, and they've also people have just brought us stuff too, like extra masks, extra water that they have.
Cool.
We've also had we were over there in Cal Anderson for a while, and then we moved up here today at the request of some of the people who are organizing the whole autonomous zone thing.
How are you guys getting in and out? Because there's like barricades at all the entrances.
So we have wagons, and then we do have a car that's in here that we were able to get in here.
Okay. But like if somebody wanted to leave here or to take a car out of here, are they stuck, or is there a way to get out?
I'm not entirely sure how that is working. I've just been either walking or getting rides in.
Okay.
All
right.
And then we've also been running some electronic music later in the night to sort of give people a place to sort of escape from the energy of and a lot of people have been needing to just sort of get a lot of stress out. So people are coming over here and dancing and just
Yeah, no, I was here on Sunday. It was like a war zone. So
yeah.
I get it.
I was caught in this shit on Saturday, and I got hit by a flashbang shrapnel.
Oh, yeah?
And it
Do you have a bruise you want to show?
I mean, it's covered up right now, but you can kind of tell how fucked up my.
Oh, whoa, no, that's pretty.
Yeah.
That's pretty blue.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It sucks. Yeah. So it's been good for me to be able to play support here.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm sure you could chat with them for at least a little
Cool.
bit if you wanted to.
I'll walk around. Maybe I'll come back. But okay,
Right.
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Have a good day.
You too.
I come to sweat on.
Yeah, that's a fair question. I might come back and ask her because that's. Do you guys care to make predictions right now? But don't be mean.
Okay. And then what kind of hours are you looking to be out here?
I think I'm walking through a thing I'm not supposed to walk through, but it's a freedom zone. You're free to do whatever, right? More hand washing stations.
Yeah, sorry. Night before last, we were all one time.
Man, I want that pizza so bad. I'm fasting today, though. I might break down. We'll see.
Hey, was that a good story? Yeah, very fun. Oh, here's the funniest part. The broken toe thing.
Alright. Oh, there's some porta potties over there. So, that question's been answered. I'm alright. Just kind of checking it out. I got a bunch of friends on here from all over the world. So, hey.
Hi.
They're asking like what's actually happening because you know the media coverage has been kind of shit.
Well, something that
So-
I just learned about that's really cool is that they're actually going to be staffing like a mental health tent, and they've got nurses and doctors here, so they're
No
trying
kidding.
to sort of like create the change that they want to see, which is more professionals available beyond cops.
Okay.
Yeah, so it seems like things are like actually getting pretty well organized, and the message is like, yeah, we're trying to create like a post-cop world here right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I mean I've got friends from Russia and Spain and Iceland on here, just kind of watching this.
About this kind of stuff.
Huh?
We won't teach Spaniards anything here.
Yeah.
We're learning a lot from them, I think. Yeah.
Gotcha. Is that kind of what they're doing over there?
I mean, they're trailblazing when it comes to autonomous organization.
Uh.
Like Catalonia, Barcelona, like
Yeah.
they have like a
I mean, it's been a generations-long thing over there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I get you. One question some people are asking is, like, do you guys have work in the morning, or like, what do you guys do, or are you laid off due to COVID, or?
I am graduating from public health school tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Cool. Congratulations.
I am currently unemployed.
Okay.
And my husband here is a tech worker, so he's got work in the morning.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, combination of things that happened. You know, with the whole COVID thing, and then this. So.
Yeah, it's a really strange time.
Typically, you know, these things are really big on weekends and that, you know, come down on weekdays. And, like, I was here Sunday and there's, like, probably 8 times as many people.
Yeah.
So, but on Sunday it was, like, you know, pretty tense over there. So, but okay, cool. Thanks. Nice meeting you.
Take care.
They seemed local. There is a vibe about Seattle people. Alright. So it looks like their Explorer's taken off, but
I don't know your app. I'm not in partner support. I can't transfer you. They don't have a phone number. Riley squirted down her.
so I don't know, guys. I'm not really seeing any Proud Boys out here. There's no people like guarding the barricades or any of that stuff that I've read about today. There's a dude on the megaphone over there. I'm gonna go listen to what he's saying. Hey guys, I'm trying to moderate comments, but I'm also kind of looking around and trying not to walk into anything, etc. I am like 99% sure that if I called 911 with a life-threatening emergency right now, they would tell me to go fuck myself, assuming they even picked up the phone, because the 911 response center is literally in that building, which is now boarded up. So I'm not quite sure how that's working at the moment. But yeah, let's keep the personal stuff and the political stuff kind of out of this a little bit. My GoPro battery just died. I do have a backup battery with me, but I don't know if I really need to GoPro this. It's kind of boring. Plus, I think I can save this, right? I don't know, Brad. It looks pretty fucking abandoned to me. If it's not abandoned, I don't know how they're getting in and out because it's pretty well surrounded. I mean, I'm assuming that's it on the corner over there, right? What happened to my megaphone person? See, I was watching the comments and I lost the megaphone person. I mean, so far the only armed guy I saw was that one dude, and you know, he didn't really. I mean, he wasn't like trying to intimidate anybody or have any kind of an issue. Okay, looks like they moved a couple of porta potties over there too. So.
Yeah, me too. Huh?
Anything else you guys want to see or have me go? Like, speak up. I mean, I've pretty much walked this thing backwards and forwards a bunch of times now. So, I mean, this really is it. So, I don't know. Looks like it's like 2 blocks by 2 blocks maybe. It's a little irregular shaped. I mean, it pretty much took the park and a couple of streets around it. Matter of fact, I'll tell you this much. Where that traffic light is, the barricades were back there yesterday. That's where, or not yesterday, but on Sunday, that's where cars were like blocking the roadways and stuff like that. So they actually, looks like they kind of gave up this street. And I can probably tell you why. There's a couple of condo buildings here that have garages, and people were going in and out of those garages all the time. So it looks like the protesters actually moved back to let those people in and out of, their houses without bothering them. So, and yeah. Ooh, we've got an Islam preacher here. I'm gonna film this for a minute.
Yes. When Christ Jesus was here, he hated the religious leaders because he hated religion. Anything that has to do with religion. Because people created religion for their own benefits so that they can get, I don't know, money or something, or the number of people. But Christ Jesus, he had 12 people when he was serving here.
Sorry for interrupting. Your sandals are fucking dope.
All right. What's happening at the precinct? So, I was just over there a minute ago, but I guess I'll walk back because it's right over there. They've got it boarded up. There's just plywood everywhere, and people have put up signs and graffiti. Some of it's kind of like fuck this and that, but a lot of it is kind of messages of peace. So, and people are actively painting it right now. So, this?
It is, yeah.
I'm just here to kind of observe. I've got friends from kind of all over the globe that I met while traveling who are asking like what's going on here, because the media is like, doing their own reporting with cutting and splicing. So, and I was here on Sunday when this was all like a tear gas zone. So,
Me too.
yeah.
That's why I say this is beautiful.
Oh no, this is definitely better. So yeah, those of you joining us, please, no political comments about talking heads or people with toupees. But, so that building over there is the precinct. Jeffrey, what question do you want me to ask? So I've only seen one guy with a firearm. He definitely did not seem like somebody that would be hired. And he was polite, like he was not at all aggressive, but he didn't really want to talk to me because I did kind of stick a camera in his face. So, but so far I've not seen anybody armed except for the one guy, who was just open carrying a handgun in a shoulder holster. So I wouldn't say that he was guarding anything or enforcing anything. He was just a dude that's here. But yeah, anyway, this is the precinct. So, Brad, you were asking if they're still staffing the 911 call center. I highly doubt it because you know, unless they're like the coronavirus that can get through chain link fence, I don't think they're going in and out. So, oh yeah, they pretty much boarded it up. I mean, these are pretty tall windows here for the precinct building, and they've got chain link on the bottom of it. So, shit, I don't want to step in this paint. See, I almost walked into it reading all this crap. Yeah, I was saying earlier, it's like a giant block party. I mean, that's really what it's like. And I think that girl was spray painting stuff here a second ago, so I'll go, I'll talk to her here in a minute. But anyway, those of you guys wondering about like barricades and stuff, this is probably the biggest one. And the reason that it's this large is because this barricade was set up by Seattle PD. And then just the protesters took it over. But let's see, let's go see who's standing at the entrance there. But actually there's a dude with an AR. Okay, let's go talk to these guys.
Those who we know were actually out there during that time when things were just finally starting to settle down again. Him and I were out there in those early morning hours when we chased them out and making things work here and that's remained as...
Basically what we're saying is we were here no one else was. We held down the fort and it's for the most part.
Alright. That was the guy who already told me that he didn't want to talk to me. So, let me see. But I'll also point out that this group is standing here. Like, this is literally probably the emptiest spot. Like, nobody else is around them whatsoever. And of the more than 10 entrances that I filmed now, this is the only one that was like this. So, anyway, I don't really feel like getting searched by those guys or something, so, you know, don't need to give them a reason. Hey, what's up?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Cool. Doing okay?
Yeah?
Cool, right on. Awesome.
I've got friends essentially from my Facebook group that, you know, they're from kind of all over the world asking, you know, what's really going on. And, you know, the media's putting a lot of stuff out there. So they just, you know, I live nearby. So they're like, hey, what's happening in Seattle? Cool. So, and obviously everybody wants to know about the, you know, the armed people. And I've been walking around for like 45 minutes and that was the only group I saw. And obviously you got a, looks like a Beretta.
It's a baby eagle.
A baby eagle.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Are you filming right now? Or?
It is on a live stream here.
Cool,
is that cool?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
No, I just, I mean, I don't know. I just wanted to state, you know, like my intent here. I witnessed someone drive their car into a crowd of peaceful protesters, and then he shot someone who tried to stop the vehicle. And I don't want to tolerate that in my community. The police failed to protect us from that. They didn't set up proper barriers. And we're here to make sure that like that doesn't happen again. But our intent is just totally peaceful. We're trying to be better than what we're replacing. So,
cool.
Yeah.
No, that sounds good. And I mean, yeah, obviously that was all over the news as well. And I know the guy is arrested and, you know, etc. But like, as far as your guys' group, did you like, do you guys know each other or did you like get together through an online thing or?
This is mostly just like, we just live in the city and we just showed up today. I've never actually met any of those people. So we just kind of sat down and exchanged numbers, and we're just coordinating tonight to make sure everyone's safe.
Cool, cool.
After someone broke in, you know, with a vehicle, we want to make sure that that doesn't happen again. So.
Okay, cool beans. All right, well, thanks for answering that. Another thing, like, I mean, I got a lot of people who are, you know, like in Russia and Spain and stuff like that. They're like, hey, like, isn't it Wednesday? Don't people have jobs? Like, do you have to go to work in the morning, or are you laid off due to COVID, or?
So I'm very fortunate. I get to work from home.
Okay.
And so my schedule is very flexible. But I think a lot of the people that are here right now don't have jobs.
Gotcha.
And they lost it due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
And that's how we've been able to maintain a presence out here. So,
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm hoping these guys can hear you, but yeah, it looks like they probably can. So, okay, man. Well, thanks for talking to me.
Yeah,
Fist bump.
Absolutely. Let
Cheers.
us know if we can help with anything.
Yeah, right on.
Cool.
Have a good night.
Yeah, take care.
So that was that. Hello. I've got a live feed going. Do you mind if I film what you're doing? Here, let me get to where they can see. Holy cow, you're just making that by looking at the photo, huh? That's pretty amazing. So, for those of you guys that can't see it, whose photo is that? There you go. So, and she's doing a really good job at spray painting her image on the side of the precinct building here on the plywood.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Cheers. So, yeah, there we go. No, Tommy, I'm betting money he works for Amazon. He totally looked like one of those guys. So, anyway, as far as the guys with the guns over at the end of the street, I mean, I think they're making a statement, you know, they got themselves a purpose. As you can see, like, there's literally nobody within half a block of them. The rest of the protesters are kind of, you know, staying away from them. So, those of you who don't know me, like, I'm a pretty big Second Amendment guy. I believe in the people's right to bear arms and etc. I don't have an immediate issue with those guys. Like, I'm also a certified range safety officer and a firearms instructor. I didn't see anybody handling firearms incorrectly. I do hope that the rifles they're wearing are not chambered. But that being said, it is what it is. And they are the only group here. There is probably, what, 5 or 6 of them there. And I think it's pretty clear that they're disassociated from the rest of the people who are here. But at the same time, the rest of the people who are here just kind of are letting them do their thing. Nobody's really over there, you know, throwing bottles at them or instigating anything. So that's worth mentioning. Edward, come on, dude. Let's stay on topic, man. I mean, we can talk about, you know, affirmative action and all kinds of things later on. I'm not a huge fan either, but
But I feel like...
alright. And here's the guys that are roll-on painting Black Lives Matter down, what is this? Pine. So, there's somebody flying a drone. So there's some people climbing the fire escape up to the roof of this building. This is not the precinct building. I don't know what this is, but something or another else. I'll also point out this giant glass wall, which does not have any broken windows on it. A testament to the fact that, despite the fact that this is where all the tear gas and everything was a couple of days ago, like, it more or less stayed together.
This side was just like,
Robert, come on, dude. Alright, so I'm kind of walking in circles here. I have no idea how to tell. Here, hopefully I don't accidentally end this live stream. If I do, I'll bring it right back. But I want to check how much battery I've got left on this thing, so hold on. Cool. Are we back? Everybody's here? Okay. I still have like 70% battery, and I've got a giant brick with me, so we're good on battery life. This is amazingly efficient. The No Cop Co-op. That's catchy. Holy cow, there's sandwiches and everything. Good spot. So yeah, as a guy behind me pointed out, there's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches next to the tampons. So yeah, that's happening. We got deodorant. That is excellent. Toothpaste, you know, dental hygiene is important. We have beets and bananas and carrots and all kinds of random stuff. I really don't know what people would do with a can of mixed vegetables, but it's there. So, Q. I don't really know what Antifa is, but I don't see any, like, white kids with batons and skateboard helmets running around bashing stuff. So, and I can tell you for sure that those guys with the rifles and stuff were definitely not Antifa. What are we doing here? Hey, yeah, are we just heading up for a better view, or what are we doing?
Can you put that in your? I don't have.
Yeah, no, that's essentially. It's literally.
That's cool. Smart of you guys not to put too many people on there at once, because, you know, like, yeah, no, that's a good idea.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, when they're coming down, make sure you guys don't have too many, because you don't know how much that can hold.
Okay, will you kind of give me a boost?
Yep. Ready?
There we go. You got it. All right. Sweet.
Them are for the OGs.
All right. So, looks like an ambulance or something over there, but. Anything else you guys want me to show you? So yeah, don't believe the frickin' media. Completely sensationalized, total bullshit. Like, yeah, I mean, I was going to photobomb that girl, but she switched to the front camera.
You're gonna live forever. I mean, not 1,000 years.
These guys are still going on about outlaw. Alright. I think I've been everywhere there is to be. So, unless there's any other requests, I'm gonna go home because I got work tomorrow.
Cheddar cheese! You know what I mean? Hey, say cheddar cheese to my boy. Don't get me on camera, say cheddar cheese to my boy though.
Cheddar cheese!
Cheddar cheese!
There you go. I guess let me walk around a little bit and see if I can find somebody official looking, like if they have a walkie-talkie, and see if they have anything to say. Just FYI. You know, bus stop's closed. I guess I could show you guys some of the graffiti here. I think something's happening over here.
Well, we're trying to figure out why. You guys don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Alright, so somebody's asking for a medic. That sounds exciting. I'm gonna head that way. I'm also gonna plug my GoPro in so I can get a charge because it's very dead now. Alright, I'm following these peeps, but give me a sec. Also trying to get a cord for my GoPro here. Okay. Still following the medics who are apparently responding to something or another. So the angry guy in that car was kind of making a lot of eye contact with me. Hearing sirens. Where those medic guys go? Yeah, those people like just move the barricades, no problem. To let the car out. here. Alright, my GoPro is charging now, which is good. Alright, so I guess I'm now in the non-autonomous zone. And it looks like something's going on down here. So we'll see what's happening.
Stop filming people.
I'm on a public street, dude.
He's a medic.
I'm gonna touch your spine. Does that hurt? Does that hurt?
Here.
Okay. Does that hurt?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back from this. Don't smoke, man.
You don't have a lighter at all, though?
Nope. Because I don't smoke.
Well, I mean, you can have lighters for other reasons, you know.
That is true. I also do not set fires. I hear you, man. I got you. Yeah, I know. Somebody will walk by in a minute. Cheers.
I'm the FBI. We cut shit.
Anyway. Street. And you guys can see like plenty of cars parked here, motorcycles, like nobody's bothering them. Here, I'll come show you guys whoever's joined here recently, the memorial.
People just collectively were like, okay, here we go. So it's been everyone's ideas and energy to make it real. Yeah, it was insane. But like what we deserve after all that.
Yes, 100%.
And after fighting for 11 days and like terrorizing everybody, they just packed out. And then maybe we'll try to come back, but I feel like what we have here is really what we needed. And
Apparently there's no investigators trying to travel over this block. What are they going to do? Like, tear gas?
I don't know where they got all these arms and legs that I keep seeing everywhere, like the mannequin arms and legs. Because they're kind of all over the place, and it's not a thing you can buy at Walmart. Looks like they're prepping for a mural here. Alright, looks like we got a bunch of new people on a live stream here. I'm in the middle of essentially where the front line was a couple of days ago between the police and the protesters. So, if there's anything you want me to show you.
Yeah, I've been.
I can show you.
That's not typically what I go by, but you know. Yeah, that also.
Social distancing. Just find my face on all my streams. Why do you want to see my face if you don't want to see my face? If you want to see my face, you can find it on green television. If you don't, you don't. It's absolutely fine.
Hey man, I don't know who you are, but I've heard a couple of people yelling at you. What's the deal?
Well, one of their friends stole some of my shit, and I tried to get it back, and they chased me through the streets.
Oh. Okay.
So
You stand out in the crowd though.
I'm trying to. I'm a legal observer.
You're a legal observer.
Do you know what a legal observer is?
No.
Legal observers are people who are here to record the police and their interactions with the crowds. There's several of us here tonight. You'll see some others in green vests that say legal observer on them as well.
Is there
Such a piece of shit. You deserve to die.
is there any police here?
I have no idea. I mean,
Okay.
I presume there are.
But like not
several
uniformed,
officers.
obviously.
Yeah.
Alright, I
And
got
this
you.
is Seattle. Because they're
Do you want to chime in? Because I've seen a bunch of people yelling at this dude, and I don't know why.
He's like over here starting shit. He's over here trying to instigate shit, and that's all I want to say.
Watch
Oh, okay.
Watch the stream. It was all live.
All right. I'll let you guys be.
All right, cool.
Cheers.
Thanks. Have a good one.
You too. Oh, something just happened. Hey guys, I don't know if I inadvertently turned off chatting or something. I think they just finished the last of this street sign that they were making. Hey guys, if you can hear me, somebody write something, because I haven't seen any new comments on here, and I'm wondering if I accidentally turned them off while deleting somebody's political crap. Can you guys hear me? Hey, you found me.
Yeah.
What's up? You guys like, where's Tyson?
I look every once in a while like,
Were you guys down here already, or did you just come out?
I felt bad that you've been here like 3 times and I haven't been down here at all.
That is kind of sad. I think I did something to like turn off, either they can't hear me or I turned off commenting or something. Do you have your phone with you? Here, hop on there, see if you can like hear me.
Oh, you're back over.
Yeah. Oh, it's weird. I'm not seeing people's comments or something.
It's pretty
Yeah.
slow.
Well, no, it's got to have a delay. That's fine. But why am I not seeing people's comments? Because there was like comments, and then it just like stopped.
There's some
Well, I
delay.
can hear you.
It's got to have a delay. That's cool, but I'm not seeing the comments that people are making.
I can see it.
Here, write something. Yeah, see, it's not coming through. That's me.
Scroll left or right. No?
Oh, there we go. Swipe left. There we go. Somebody fixed it. Hooray. Sorry, guys, if I haven't been responding. Because I've been, like, talking and... All right. It's my first time live streaming, so, you know. This is Brad and Tomas. They sail on my boat. So, but yeah. Alright. So, now that I can actually read what you guys are,
All cops are bastards. cops are bastards.
Oh, man, it's fucking loud.
Cops are bastards.
All cops are bastards.
Okay, now that I can hear your guys' comments, is there anything anybody want me to show them? I mean, I've made many circles around this kind of 2x2 block area. Try to talk to people.
This is not
Have not seen any police or National Guard out at all. There was an ambulance that went by a little bit ago, but yeah. Dude, Robert, you're being really annoying. Okay. I don't think you could really answer the question of who these people are. It's just like, I mean, I would say there's probably a disproportionate number of people who don't have jobs at present, for sure. But I don't think there's like a single group or affiliation out here. It's kind of like a big block party out here, and everybody's just out. There's, you know, tents and stuff over there giving out free food. There's another tent over there with food and drinks and tampons and all kinds of things. So
We're gonna have to go around anyway.
nobody openly supporting Trump out here, but let's stay off the political stuff. Well, if they made it in the forest, they couldn't walk home, you know?
That's not what I was trying to do.
So there's a bunch of people here as far as what they're trying to accomplish. So there's a bunch of people here who kind of have some vision of some utopian something or another, but there is literally zero organization. It's like a giant block party, and people brought snacks, and, you know, there was a girl that I talked to that I interviewed earlier who said that, you know, there's a number of people who are healthcare workers and stuff like that. They're going to try to set up a mental health clinic or something like that within a block of here. You know, they're collecting donations, and, you know, that's kind of what's happening. Why not put the tents in the park? There is tents in the park, but, I mean, they're kind of over there. This area is being kept clear. But it's also Seattle, so the park has got fake grass. It's not real. Otherwise, it would be a swamp. So Thomas, who's paying for all the stuff? I asked them earlier, and they said that much of it has been donated. They also had like a little donation can, so, you know, some of them were running over to pick stuff up from Costco. You know, it's a good question as to where their money's coming from. I think there's maybe just groups of people getting together. I mean, the net aggregate of what they've got in most of these tents is a couple of $100 worth, so somebody just threw it in. I've been kind of keeping an eye out to see if, you know, any of it looked like it came off of the same semi or something like that, and I don't see any of that. You know, it all looks like small batch. Like the masks are different brands, the gloves are different brands that they're giving away. Every tent's got a hand washing station, but it's like improvised and different. So that tells me that it's individual efforts of people who kind of had a similar idea of like, hey, let's set up a tent and have sanitation and a place to wash your hands and, you know, blah, 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 and let's give out these things. And I'm betting somebody threw in a couple of $100 to get it going, and then they've got a donation pot. So Joe, that's not a new idea as far as, you know, moving to a remote area and setting up a utopian community. Feel free to Wikipedia Jonestown. That's essentially what they tried to do. There's another community in central Oregon. Let me think of what they're called. They have a hot spring there. Breikenbush, something like that. And it was essentially in the 60s, somebody was able to buy some acreage up in the mountains of Oregon that had a hot spring, and they set up this whole thing there, and it's a utopian society. So, yeah. See, Jeffrey knows what I'm talking about there with the Kool-Aid. So, generally speaking, these things don't end well, you know, as far as utopian societies that try to make it on their own, because and again, we're kind of getting into political stuff here, but once the people realize that they actually have to like chew their own leather and, you know, make stuff and can't be dependent on others, they realize that it's a hell of a lot more work to hack it on your own than it is to live in a larger society. And typically those things fall apart just pretty much as soon as they run out of money to artificially sustain themselves. So. Where did the observer dude go? I have no idea. If I spot him, I'll point him out, but he kind of meandered off. I don't know what the deal is, but a lot of people are kind of like yelling and like throwing shit at him. I didn't get a clear understanding of why he was disliked, but he was definitely being kind of pushed around. Man, I'm glad I wore like shitty shoes because they're going to be freaking covered in spray paint. So, well, shutting off the electric. I don't really see anybody using electricity here. I mean, there's street lights on and, you know, traffic lights, which is stuff that would be on anyway. Nobody's like opened up light poles yet and tapped them for electricity. I've seen a couple of generators here and there that they brought in, but I presently don't hear any. There was like a makeshift outdoor movie theater up there, and they were playing a movie and there was a generator running, but I think they took that apart now because the movie ended. Well, there was a movie night. I don't know what movie they were playing. I kind of watched a few seconds of it, but they did have a movie set up. I'm going to walk up this way. This is like the thing that all the news was talking about, this precinct building. So right in front of me, this one with all the lights on, is the Seattle, I don't know, something precinct. And there's a 911 call center there, or used to be there, which I'm relatively sure is shut down now. So, the very alt-left pair that walked by there just was having a conversation about how they made their first gun owner friends. So, see, friendships are budding out of all of this. What is CHAZ? Somebody want to tell me what this CHAZ thing is? Yes, it is absolutely legal to open carry in Washington State. And Washington has a constitutional preemption law saying that no county, municipality, or other entity can pass any laws that are more strict than the state law. So we have one state law across the entire state, and open carry is legal. Who is CHAZ? Thomas. Oh. So I can tell you right now, okay, I vaguely heard something about some dude that like proclaimed himself the whatnot. I can tell you right now there's no leader here. Everybody's just kind of doing whatever the fuck they want. Does anybody know where CHAZ is that I could find him and potentially talk to him? Do you need a hand? Yeah, he's down. Are we lifting?
Thank you.
Yep.
Alright.
Thank you. Oh, and there's more honey buckets. So, but like I said, as far as like leadership or any groups or whatever, your group is like your buddies that you're here with. Like Brad and Tomas were here somewhere, so we were a group. But it's definitely like a complete hodgepodge, and just whoever comes out is here. And that's kind of the thing with this protest, is there's not really any kind of leadership or, you know, aim or direction. So there is a, looks like a skate shop or something that's open. Or a tattoo shop? I'm not sure what we do here, but probably a tattoo shop. Hello. Yeah, I think it's a tattoo shop. Smoking section. So earlier on, I don't know if you guys have a way to rewind this, but I did walk up to, like, there's one group that had open carried weapons, and I chatted with them, and they were at one of these barricades. So nope, I don't see any of that, Stuart. You know, they had their doors open, and I think they were, you know, talking to people. They even had a sign up saying that there was a restroom in there for use. So, hey guys, anybody willing to talk to me?
We're sorry, we're trying to de-escalate a situation over there.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Anybody over here willing to talk to me?
Who are you?
Tyson. I just got friends on Facebook who are wondering what's really going on in Seattle because they're seeing all kinds of crazy stuff on the media. So, and obviously everybody wants to see the guys with the guns. So,
So you're not with
I'm not with. Nope. I literally just got 61 people on the live feed that are asking me who CHAZ is and where he's at, because that's somebody that the media was talking about. I don't even know what they're talking
I
about.
don't know where he's at.
Okay.
He's a rapper that's been involved in the protests and the security. So.
Gotcha. Okay. And you guys are, like, what is your guys' function here? Like, what are you guys doing?
The police vacated the area. They abandoned their precinct.
Okay.
And, you know, there's been a lot of unjustified abuse of civilians that were just trying to exercise their right to protest.
So, like, if somebody asked you guys and said, like, hey, I live down there, could you walk me home? Like, that's a thing you guys would help with?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
We're not a police force, but we are a community service, you know, and we're
Cool.
just trying to make sure that, like, people stay safe, because it's a crazy time, and
Yeah, no, I hear you.
you know, so we're trying to protect this peaceful protest zone, and yeah, I mean, that's
How do you guys, like, know each other, or, like, are you guys a group of some sort?
There's a few groups here. We've got a couple guys here from the Puget Sound. You guys mind if I mention your name? Okay. The Puget Sound John Brown Gun Club.
Okay.
There's several of the guys here. You know,
Where-
but it's a lot of just volunteers and stuff
Okay.
too.
I'm gonna know, so, you know, I'm down with all that, but you guys are just, like, a club out of a gun range or something?
Well, some of these guys are. I'm
Okay.
not a member of their club. I
Gotcha,
know them,
gotcha.
or one of them. But, you know, we're just people who are exercising, you know, the point of the Second Amendment, which is to defend against, you know, any threat.
No, I get that.
Domestic, right?
And then, like, how are the, like, I mean, the group here and then, like, the group that's over there, like, generally speaking, looks like the rest of the protesters are kind of giving you guys a lot of space. Like,
That's just, more than anything, I think that's just the fact that nothing exciting is happening up here at the barricades. You know what I mean? But no, people, you know, for the most part, since I've been here, people have just come up and thanked me for being, you know, keeping them safe and being here.
I did watch, there was like a couple of very alt-left looking kids who were walking away, and they were like, I made my first gun-owning friend, and they were like walking away from here, so.
Well, I think what we're seeing, so the guy in the pink shirt there and I have decided that we're going to start a liberal gun club to help people who aren't familiar with firearms to get proper training, education, and knowledge and help in purchasing a firearm, because we're finding a lot of people are like suddenly going, yeah, I think I want to own a firearm.
And they have to wait 10 days now.
Yeah. Well, for a handgun and, you know, and ARs and, you know, most guns.
Yeah.
Not shotguns.
Yeah, which are like sold out everywhere now.
10 days for a handgun.
But yeah.
Yeah, and we've been helping, you know, people who are joining our group.
I mean, it takes, you know,
find, you know, pieces
10 days
and parts and you know,
Gotcha.
we're more familiar with the dealers, and you know, we're also trying to support businesses that, you know, generally aren't pro-racist and white supremacy and that kind of crap. So.
Yeah, that crowd is really kind of wrecking the 2A movement. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
So.
You know, I mean, I think it's high time that more people on the left recognize that, you know, we need to be responsible for our own safety, and not only is it a right, but it's a duty, right? And, you know, it's my honor to come out here and peacefully, hopefully, you know, is my preference, make sure that these people are safe.
Gotcha. I've got a bunch of people on here from like Russia and Spain and England and stuff like that. I mean, I know that's an AR around your neck there. Do you mind showing it or saying anything about it?
Sure. I mean, so this is mostly a custom build, so it's not really an off-the-shelf AR.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, do you want to take the dog for a second?
Let's see if I can. Ah, there we go.
So. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely not your custom AR. It's got a quick barrel change system right here, and that's why this is on a quick release. So I can pop that off, pop this, pull it out, and I can change the barrel to change calibers. And
cool.
This whole system is built to be.
How's that advantageous versus just changing your upper?
Well, because I don't have to recite my optics as much. They're going to be off, of course, a little bit because of the caliber.
Okay.
But also then I don't have to carry a bunch of uppers in my backpack.
Cool.
So, you know, like this one I can run in, right now it's in 5.56, 223. I can run it, I've got all the parts for 9mm and 450 Bushmaster and 7.62 by 39, which is the round that the AK normally uses, right?
Right
so, but other than that, you know, it's just custom furniture, what I prefer.
No, looks cool.
You know,
I notice your own safety there. Are you chambered at present?
I am chambered at present. Well, no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm cocked. So bolt catch, and I will be chambered.
Gotcha.
So.
All right, man. Well, stay safe, because you know, one negligent discharge and this all goes the wrong way. So.
I've been, you know, with guns for a long time, and I have severe respect for them. They're not a toy.
Here, I'll kill the light here.
You know, it's always pointed it away from anything I don't want to destroy, and always keep it on safe.
Cool.
And I don't actually generally believe having a round in the chamber. And there are some people that
on a sidearm, sure, when it's holstered and everything else, but I mean,
which
I've sent probably over 1 million rounds downrange. I've taught people how to shoot, etc., etc., etc. Like, it fucking happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, so.
Yeah, it's, you know, honestly, like, everyone has that one mistake every once in a while, and that reminds them, oh crap, you know.
I mean, my big concern about, you know, coming out to one of these things is I don't know the people around me, and it's one of those things, you know, you got one yokel who decides that he's going to do something stupid, or he bends down to tie his shoes and lets a round go off. Like, like I don't, yeah. And unfortunately, I don't have enough friends who, would do this. So,
well, and I mean,
So-
that's part of what these groups are about, though, too, is helping people learn how to, use them safely and with respect, right?
Cool.
And as far as the organization here, anyone that comes in with a gun is vetted by other groups. They come up.
So, like, if
talk
I wanted
you.
to, like, hang out in the barricade with you guys would want to, like, check me out and check my
Yeah, I mean,
credentials.
we're not going to check your credentials and stuff. We're just going to talk to you and you keep an eye on the new people that come in,
Gotcha.
And, like, if anyone starts looking like they're going to be a problem, we're just like, you got to go. So, but that's part of it, right? Like, part of why I'm open carrying with an AR is, I want people to see that, just because someone owns a gun doesn't mean that they're crazy or, off kilter. And, like, they can be calm, respectable people. I'm actually a Zen.
Most gun owners are. I mean, practically everybody that I know is.
I think most are, yes.
Yeah.
I think that, the alt-right people have really twisted the whole picture, and the media is really focused.
Yeah,
on
they're fueling that. Anytime somebody says something racist or whatever, they're the ones to get all the attention. So no, I hear you. Let me see here. Peeps on the live stream, do you guys have any questions? So it's lagging behind a little bit, but let me see. I'll give them a chance to ask anything. Question coming up, I guess people are asking, are you ready to use your weapon if you had to? And like, what are we talking about? Like, what would need to happen for you to feel either threatened or justified to? Because obviously you're not carrying rubber bullets in there.
No. As a Zen Buddhist, my general philosophy is, to not be the aggressor. So, obviously, if someone starts shooting, well, then, I will shoot back. If someone starts trying to, create a problem, first approach is to try and talk to them.
So clear and imminent threat.
Right.
Gotcha.
So, I mean, essentially, I won't fire first.
Gotcha. A question here, is there any Army veterans or any vets in your guys' group?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Probably half are vets, I would say.
Okay. Cool.
The people with firearms, about half are vets. A lot of our other barricade and night watch aren't necessarily armed.
Okay.
So they're just spies, kind of making sure stuff's okay and letting us know if we need to go somewhere.
So another question here that came up, what happens if, like, let's say the police or the National Guard come out and, like, tell you guys to disperse?
We won't.
Okay. Like, how far are you willing to take it?
At this point, they've been the aggressor over and over and over, and we will just stand our ground, and if they, start escalating to violence, then we will return violence.
The problem is, like, you guys don't really have an in-between method. Like, if they start launching tear gas or rubber bullets or something like that, like, are you guys just going to take it? Because it's not really a lethal thing that they're doing.
I don't know.
It's a conversation that maybe ought to be had ahead of time.
And it's one that we are having. There's just no general consensus yet.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, man, this is unfolding in reality.
Yeah.
And it's not like everyone had a plan.
Yeah, yeah.
So
no, it's funny because I'm in a bunch of like 2A groups on Facebook, and there's a lot of people who are like, "Oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Is anybody going out? Da da da." But it's interesting to see that you guys came out. So there is obviously a contingent. So let me see. If,
I was gonna say on that topic.
So somebody says, "What happens when a striker rolls up?" I think if a striker rolls up, you guys are gonna roll away because there's not really much argument with that.
Probably, yeah. I mean, it might be a fighting retreat.
Yeah. Well, you can probably shoot at it safely and make noise.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, I think ultimately the important thing for people to realize is that yes, I am willing to use this. You guys are not jonesing for a fight, right? But we're not jonesing for a fight. But also, just having these tells the authorities, like, well,
think twice.
Yeah. And so honestly, it will probably keep them from rolling up and escalating the situation.
Like, I've told a lot of people, you know, when this whole thing was kind of just starting, there was a bunch of guys in, like, the 2A groups and stuff who were like, hey, should we, like, go protect the protesters? Like, they have, you know, First Amendment rights, you know, da-da-da, should we be in the crowd? And I remember, like, during the WTO, I wasn't there, but I remember that was, like, a conversation that was had. The problem is, you know, the contingent that went through and started bashing in windows and looting and stuff like that really kind of alienated the 2A guys because they didn't want to be any part of that.
Right.
And now there's, you know, a sizable divide between, you know, the 2A movement, which is being painted in the media as racist, and, you know, the obviously anti-racist demonstrators. So, but yeah.
Right. And I mean, you know, I think what we're experiencing, and we have to understand, is that racism is the extreme of this ever-growing classism in this country, right? Like, the wealth divide is so huge between the billionaires and the rest of us. And, you know, black people have been at the bottom of the shit pile for a long time, so as shit gets worse, it hits them first and harder. But it's going to hit us all, you know, and things are getting worse. I think the looting and stuff, you know, I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I feel like it's just all that pent-up frustration with our system right now, and the fact that politicians aren't working for the people. They're working for their own self-interest. You know, they're bought and sold by corporations. And, you know, I think everybody just sees that our country, which used to be a pretty fucking amazing place, and still there's so much amazing about it.
It still is.
You know? Yeah, it is. And I'm not I love America, you know? That's why I'm out here, right? But that's the thing, is that, like, I think everyone's just like, we know it's going down the toilet and we feel powerless. So I think the looting was about that. But, you know, I think now at this point, you know, like, this is a beautiful, wonderful island. There are documentaries down there that they were showing all night long, like black documentaries about different icons in the black community, and, you know, everyone was just sitting around watching it, you know?
Yeah, I walked by, I couldn't really tell. I thought it was a movie going on, but I couldn't really tell what was going on.
You know, like, I think we've gotten past the point of reaction, hopefully for now, and hopefully for a while. And now it's more of like, okay, you know, everyone got that out of their system, whoever needed to do that, but we need to actually be civil, you know?
Yeah.
And if we're not civil, then no one's going to want to come out here and join.
But just to be clear, you guys are not checking people going in and out, or like restricting anyone?
So
or...
basically what I'm generally looking for is anyone with, like, large bags, heavy bags, people that look like they, I don't know, like, you can kind of tell they come in and they're like looking around, and you know, we've had.
Have you guys actually stopped anyone or like searched them or anything?
I know that there's been a couple searches, but we're generally not supposed to be doing that. I mean, again, we're not police. We're mostly here in case something happens.
Gotcha.
Right? You know, and to keep an eye out. So, you know, but we've tracked a couple people down and had conversations with them just to see, and been like, we've asked them, can you show us what's in your bag? You know, and they're like, oh yeah, sure, man, you know, and
you make a persuasive argument.
Yeah, right. And I mean, it's all perspective, and like, you know, you know, that someone could come out here and for example, like this, and have a power trip, but then why are you here? You know, this isn't about power. This is about the collective. You know.
And then, are you guys in communications with the other group that's like around the block? Okay, so you guys are like.
Well, right now it's mostly texting over Signal.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's a bit of a pain in the butt, but like you know, some people have radios and stuff. So.
Cool. All right, man. Well, I'll let you do what you're doing.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye, everyone. Cheers, man.
So anyway, hopefully that was exciting for all of you guys. Yeah, I don't know if it's like really stop and frisk or what they're really doing, but I think, you know, what their concern is anybody that's walking in with like an oversized backpack that could conceal a bomb. But also, if you heard the guy talk, they hadn't actually searched anyone. They heard of somebody who may have gotten searched, but they haven't. So So, okay. I didn't ask him for his name. Don't really think that's super relevant. But if you see a Zen Buddhist with an AR-15, you know, there can't be too many of those around. As far as training goes, I can tell you guys. This might be vaguely interesting. But I'll talk to you guys about training. There was a time when I used to volunteer at the gun range that we used to have police officers come in and do their annual certification target shoots where they had to hit a target from 21 feet. I will tell you the absolute worst shooters that we ever saw at the range were the gangbangers, very closely followed by the police. Your average gun owner, that guy down there, has probably put more rounds down the barrel of his rifle than a police officer will in a lifetime. So, I don't know what it is, but cops just kind of see shooting their gun as quote-unquote work, even though their ammo is given to them for free, and you know it's a thing that they're supposed to do on their own time. But because they're unpaid for it, they see that as an abuse of their time. So a lot of cops just don't shoot. They even brag to one another about how long it's been since the last time they shot a gun. And then they fail their 21-foot certification shots, which have actually completed successfully blindfolded. But people who wear uniforms cannot complete them sometimes. So as far as lights, I mean, the only thing that they would lose here is street lights, at which point, people might start fires or just turn on generators. And I don't think anybody's using city water here. All the water that I've seen has been public or has been bottled water, so that people are bringing in by the case. So the group of kids here that I'm following were pretty much dressed in black with lots of black hoods and stuff like that, and they're kind of rowdy. But we'll see kind of what happens at this barricade here as I follow them. Sean, I am not against the cops. I'm just stating facts from my personal observations. I've had friends who are police officers. Actually, there might be one or two on this feed, but and I'm not against the cops in any way, shape, or form. But I am pointing out a fact that a lot of them are really, really bad shots. So the kids dressed in black did not interact with the armed guys at the barricades at all. They seem to have just decided to not go the other way, nor was anybody confronting them. Our Zen Buddhist AR owner is smoking a cigarette, and nobody seems alarmed, so I think we're good. I'm vaguely thinking about talking to these kids in black. What's up, man?
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I mean, everything's.
So I think they all went back because somebody else needed to go to the restroom or, the porta potty.
We're just here to augment,
Anyway, looks like they're just heading home or to the next block party. I guess I'll peek around the corner, see if they're going to do anything, but they didn't seem like they were. Man, our live stream is up to 72 people. Oh, that's a perfect garbage can right there to burn, and they just walked straight past it. Hey, can I zoom with this? Ah, look at that. Just discovered that I can zoom. I don't know what they're doing. So. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the heart of the party here. Okay. So I'll point out that in the middle of all this, boarded up windows and stuff like that, there's a business here that's open. They've got a restroom sign posted up, and they've got a little station here with snacks and goods. So. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. So, holy cow, there's a liquor store. Hold on, we gotta check this out. I totally missed the fact that there's a liquor store down here. So that's the 12th or whatever precinct, where this is a police station essentially that they boarded up and surrounded with chain link. But you can see it is not on fire. There's a lot of kind of graffiti. There was a mural that I filmed over there earlier that the girl was working on. Let me go see somebody's messing with their car over there. I guess I'll show you guys the precinct since this is what everybody's like talking about, and then we'll go check out the liquor store. But I mean, I can tell you now, the liquor store looks like they boarded up some windows and they got a cage, but it's not like busted up or anything. Everything is fine. So yeah, they've got here, I'll show you guys this what they've turned the side of the police station into. Well, luckily I get to set my own hours, although I do have a meeting with a client tomorrow, but it's not until like 10:30, so I'll be fine. I see these guys are probably trying to jumpstart. So yeah, I saw this girl up here doing this mural, and she literally was just like holding a photograph in her hand and like spray painting this from a ladder, and that is freaking amazing. Not the graffiti portion of it, but I mean, the skill is amazing to be able to do that. I think it's pretty cool. Hey guys, somebody leave their lights on?
No, my car's just becoming...
I'm gonna do black first.
Okay.
That was you that spray painted that, huh?
Yeah.
Right on. That looks beautiful.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Okay, go ahead and
do black?
Yeah, just keep the red from touching anything. Go ahead and get a good bite on black. In theory, you should do it to the frame on this one.
Yeah.
Or the engine chassis, but big one. We're not going to, we're outdoors, the hood's open, we're not going to create a big enough cloud of hydrogen to
okay.
Okay, I'm going to connect the red one, and it's going to spark a little bit, but go ahead and get a good bite on the, it might. Why not?
If it's not sparking, you probably got a bad connection somewhere.
So we saw a little bit. So now I'm gonna just like use the gas for. We'll just let it start to build up a bit of a surface charge.
Yeah.
For, sounds like this guy knows what he's doing, so we'll let that go. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Then I'll gun it. So when I'm ready to hide.
Okay. You can't really get shocked from 12 volts unless you have like salt water on your hands. You can grab both terminals and there's not an issue with hydrogen either. That guy was really excited to give that girl a jump. Alright, so yeah, this is the police precinct building. Howdy. There's another mural here on just a piece of 4x8 that somebody drew. That's pretty awesome. This guy's been like this probably for years, so like nothing's changed for him. Okay. Hey, there's an Airedale. It's a little mini hunter. Those of you that don't know, I have an Airedale Terrier. Hey man, it's a beautiful Airedale. Girl?
Boy.
Boy. Oh man. Ricky. I've got an Orang Airedale. He's like,
yeah, big boy.
Yeah, 74 pounds, 78 pounds.
Yeah, he's just
right on.
Yeah, thanks for saying hi.
Cheers. Alright. Nope, police precinct seems to be completely intact, still has lights on. They were saying that it was going to be staffed because there's a 911 call center in there, but I can't see how they could possibly staff it because the whole thing is just surrounded. So I was thinking suspicion that nobody's in there. So this is kind of the center of it all. So this is kind of the middle of it all. I don't know what's happening over there. But when I was here on Sunday, this intersection was kind of the place where the police line was set up and kind of where those far barricades are, way down there. Is where the front line of the protesters was. So
I'm not gonna. I don't want to. No, just be careful. Just appreciate me and respect me.
So earlier, if you were with me, there was a bunch of Native Americans here doing like some sort of a chant. I think they're still here. Yeah. Hello.
Take pictures of.
I fell with everything. I was like, oh shit, but the dude ran right past me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, because I was on the corner and I'm like, oh,
Oh man, the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are all gone. Man, those went quick. Like a box of bananas. Hello. So yeah, this is a mural or a street sign thing that they said that says Black Lives Matter. It's straight down Pine. I was thinking suspicion that's going to become a permanent installation in Seattle. Oh yeah, I'll show you guys this sign. This is the No Cop Co-op.
Some positives.
All right. Does anybody want anything else? Holy cow. Do we have any decaf?
Yeah, we got dark roast, we got light roast.
Decaf.
Oh, decaf, we do not have decaf.
No decaf. All right.
decaf.
Only calf. All right.
Most people
I got a job to go to tomorrow, so.
Oh, I see.
Yep. But
The only thing we got water. I would offer you some tea, but unfortunately we can't heat it up at the moment.
Gotcha. I'm doing a live stream with a bunch of friends that a lot of people that I met while traveling and stuff like that. So I've got 85 on here now, so I've been kind of walking around for a little while. But
this is not an autonomous zone, and we are all just protesters.
That is true.
We are not terrorists.
By the way, we are not an autonomous zone. We don't know who's putting up those posters.
Okay.
But we're not that. That is not. We've not decided that.
so a lot of people are kind of asking like who's running the show here, and I'm pretty much saying that nobody. Just like
Nobody.
like
There's like
you guys are running your show, they're running their show.
Yeah, everybody has like their own kind of group that they put together, their own little organization, their own little crew, and they'll have speeches over here, they'll have musicians over here, they have cleanup crews over there. You know, like just whatever you need. That's what we
Cool.
have.
If you need a medic team, whatever you need.
We have medics right
We
over
have it
there.
all.
Yep. Now I've been walking around, and I was here on Sunday too, and you know the line was moving back and forth with all the flashbangs and shit.
Yeah.
So
I was here too.
kind of get it.
Yeah.
Tear gas.
So,
shit,
huh?
chill.
Yeah.
All that shit. Yeah, these sisters, you know what I'm saying? At the end of
So
the
let me
day,
see. Call it leaderless resistance.
Donald Trump saying that we're a terrorist group or whatever. That's pretty crazy.
I'm gonna have a piece of this,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
I also want the world to know that
Actually, you know what?
if Donald Trump put black history in every school in America, we wouldn't have this problem right now. And I'll put that on everything I love. Black history needs to be put in every school in America because people need to understand that. Therefore, their grandkids and their kids and their kids and generation to generation understand the importance of it. And they won't be scared of us. You know what I'm saying? They want everybody to be together as one, like Martin Luther King wanted. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
that's
hear
the
you.
way I was talking. And that's all I got to say.
So I've got a couple of people asking questions like, who pays for all of this?
Donations. If you see the sign right here, yeah, we take cash donations. We take Venmo, Cash App.
So, but like, nobody threw in some to start, like.
Well, of course, like people have their own canopies that they came in with, but mainly everything here has been just donated. We do have one person that's really organizing the show, but we have people that come in shifts that just volunteer their time to come in and put.
And are they organizing just you guys, or like, are you guys in any way affiliated with any of the other stations?
No, this is just us. We've been here since day one.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
You know, they popped up a couple days ago when the police went away, and we had that first day where it was, everything was
On Monday, right?
Yeah. My days kind of
Yeah.
But no, they went literally artistic and went with the umbrella vibe. So
Cool. Are you guys like? Is anybody paying you guys to be here, or like, how do you not go to work in the morning?
right now I'm not working because of the coronavirus.
Okay.
I'm getting unemployment to not be at work, and I was like, you know what? I'm
Might as well
not
do
doing
this.
anything. I might as well come out and do what I can. I'm getting paid.
Right on.
So
Is that kind of the general like? Is that what most people are?
that is what most people are, in my understanding. A lot of people don't even get unemployment that are coming here volunteering their time.
Cool. Right on.
So a lot of people do both. They work, and then they'll come here at night, or they'll be here during the day and then go to work.
Gotcha.
And that's what a lot of these medics are doing. They do interchanging shifts. So, hi there.
Gotcha. Do you mind me asking, like, what did you do before, like, the whole COVID thing?
I'm a massage therapist.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Right on.
I'm also a de-escalator here. And so if there's a situation going on, they call me to come over and help de-escalate the situation.
Gotcha. Okay. What do you guys think of, like, I mean, I noticed there's, like, a group there and a group around the corner that kind of are guarding the entrances and, like, are they with anybody, or like what's
So,
kind of?
so what it is, it's kind of like a here and there type of situation. Like somebody will come up and like kind of take over your shift. We have a paper over there where people sign up for night shift. It's kind of like if you have experience, if you just have any way, shape, or form experience in security or like anything.
Gotcha.
We're like, come and help us, because the reason why we have the barriers up is for our protection.
Gotcha.
Because of that car that drove in here and shot
I
someone.
saw that.
The city actually came in and helped us set up the barriers because they were concerned for our safety as well. So it's not like we went up and we set up the barriers. The city came in and...
No, a lot of this I think was left by the police, right?
Actually, a lot of this was brought in from people that were coming in for the protests.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about the guys with the rifles down at the end of the block?
You know what? I've been here. I was here the night that we had that the Proud Boys were coming.
Yeah.
And they seem very responsible, very level-headed. They don't just get out at point or whatever.
Yeah.
They make sure that everything.
No, the guys over there, I talked to them for a while. They seem like down with it. It's just it seems like everybody's kind of giving them a lot of space. So I wanted to see if there's like any kind of a friction between the protesters and those guys. Okay.
Everyone's welcome to come. Everyone's welcome to go. There's an article that went out about Antifa.
Yeah.
That article is completely wrong.
Well, there's so much. That's part of the reason I came down here is because I got friends all around the world that are kind of like, Tyson, what the hell's going on in Seattle? And I'm like, well, I'll just drive down and I'll show you guys. And I was here on Sunday, and then I came out today to kind of just walk around and film it, and
We get a lot of threats. But nothing's ever happened. I think a lot of the threats are scare tactics to try and get us to leave. But to be honest, I've literally been here every
it seems
day.
pretty safe.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Well, my name is Tyson.
What? Nice to meet you. I'm Trinae.
Cheers.
Cheers. Nice to meet you. Do you need coffee or anything?
No, I'm good. I had a piece of.
Oh, yeah, you had
I had a.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
So, is there bottled water by chance?
Sorry. Oh, she told me to steal your chair. I'm so sorry.
Cool. Thank you.
Of course. Have a wonderful night.
Have a good night. Is it midnight yet? I don't even know what time it is. Holy cow, I didn't see my battery life, but it's almost dead here. I gotta plug my phone in. Hang on, peeps. I don't have enough hands. Alright, everybody still with me? Sweet. Okay. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. Kind of want to talk to these guys in the trailer, but I think they might have turned in for the night. Generally speaking, like, it seems like the vast majority of people have left. Looks like this mural thing is completed and everybody just kind of went. Do they have recycle centers? Probably. There is trash cans all over the place. Honestly, I don't think there's a lot of recycling going on per se. Like I can see, the trash cans that are everywhere. They're full of recyclables. So I think, Seattle kind of forgot itself for a minute. Walk out in the ball field. Okay. I'm like a remote control surrogate here. Sydney, I am by the park here, walking up 11th by the road mural thing. Somebody's got a pretty thumping system in their Jaguar. Oh, where Raz is. I don't know where Raz is. If somebody tells me where Raz is, I might meander that way. I'm saying this officially. We've got 60 people on here now. If it gets down to 50, I'm turning it in. So I'm in the ball field. What did you guys want me to do out here? It is AstroTurf, Stuart, because this is Seattle, and if it wasn't AstroTurf, it would be mud. Holy cow, I got a race over there. So what do you guys want to see? So I said this a couple of times before. I don't think anybody here is using city water. All the water is coming from the, water bottles. And there's like cases and cases of water bottles that are being brought in here. There's also
Stealing my possessions.
generators.
They're stealing my possessions.
But yeah, that's what's happening.
They're stealing expensive equipment that I was told to keep for a friend. What are you talking about, yo? They're fucking stealing my possessions. He's trying to steal someone's stuff over there. I didn't steal it. It was a kid. They're telling me I stole it.
Holy cow. Got our own 100-yard dash over here. I did try some food. There was some berry cake over there, and I had a little bit of it. It was really good. Look homemade. And I do not feel stoned yet, although I did not think of that ahead of time. But I don't think it was laced with anything. Tell them to call the police. I really thought to, but no. Be kind of like adding salt on the wound. The guy's obviously in some level of distress, but see, it looks like the community got involved and they're sorting things out on who stole what. I don't know. Go to the guy that's being robbed. Okay, let's go see. All right. We got another run lining up here, and then I'll go to the guy that's getting robbed.
Oh man, we got more terrorists joining the line.
Oh, right, you gonna join?
Come on, terrorists.
Let's go. Next round.
Who starts this? This guy's covered. Yep. That was a bad start. All right. So if anybody wants to run, you can come and run here and people will watch you. All right, let's see the guy that's being robbed.
WIP, look them up. Fucking gunmetal gray. I bought them. They're $130. Fuck you guys. Yeah, they're size 32. Size fucking 30.
This dude's been causing trouble all day, and we're trying to just get him to move his camp. And he's on some sort of substance. I'm not quite sure what it is.
Now they're fucking robbing me.
And we're not robbing him. We're just trying to get him to leave the area. So.
Okay, and these aren't my fucking pants?
Oh,
Yeah, well,
dude tries walking out with a bag full of electronics after he shows up with nothing but a blanket. And screams about being robbed. You know? I don't know who's...
Yeah, I mean, you guys are here. I talked to you a while ago.
I don't know
He's
whose
using
electronics
like all of the shit is he's been using from this group of people.
None of this is his. They were just like, he didn't have a place to stay, they let him stay, and now he's trying to take stuff after it's been weird and creepy and threatening people for days, you know, like, it's pretty...
Yeah. And we're trying to keep it really calm, but just get him out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's up?
So he's trying to give a good representation of what it's actually like in here, because I spoke to him earlier.
As wrong as you. Everybody was super heated when this happened. And what happened, I literally chased a fucking Nazi out of here.
It's kind of interesting the self-policing that's happening.
Yeah. And everything is like we're just trying to de-escalate as much as possible. But one of the people that
Because like if somebody calls 911, there's no way in hell they're coming.
I mean, we're not going to do that, you know.
But you know that's like part of that's like part of the message, you know, that we're like trying to send, right?
Yeah.
If every person in the community takes accountability to take care of their community, we don't need police.
Yeah.
Like at all. You know, it just takes personal accountability from every single person, then it can work.
Yeah.
But like I said, that takes personal accountability, and that's not an easy thing.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm really thinking that we should set up like a mini Olympics for like soccer, kickball. Obviously, we got track. Me and this one dude were joking about instead of javelin tossing, it's umbrella javelin.
That's a great idea.
Yes.
I love that.
Like we should put that into the works as well. Like,
I love that.
I wrote down some ideas for events on it. I always keep a fucking notebook on me.
So people are asking like, how long are you guys planning to stay out here? Like
until our, until
like you're gonna be 70 years old and have gray hair and you're gonna be here.
Not at all.
Just
Not at all. You know,
we want to show that this works.
Like until there's things that like, you know, we need to change within our society, right? Mm-hmm. Things that are not working and have not been working. And if we can build something here where we don't need police, we don't need, you know, like if instead we can show that community building is what is the best thing to do, and that if, you know, everyone takes that personal accountability and, you know, takes care of their own community, because, dude, it doesn't matter, like, what you think, like, you're not gonna shoot that guy down the street when you pull him over because you know him. You know his fucking family, you know, like, his kids play with you.
That's how villages work, right?
Exactly.
Right.
You know, we need a...
But, like, this is a village of 700,000 people.
We've given a small group of people, being like the justice system, so much power. And that much power, it doesn't matter. It always corrupts. So instead, you take a little bit of that power and give it to each and every person. and they're responsible for that little bit of power to take care of their community, you know, and that little bit of power doesn't corrupt, it empowers you, you know, you're doing something. So like if we can show that this experiment works and create a blueprint, maybe it'll spread. Maybe this is, you know, could turn into the type of community that is like needed, which is all based on community building and, you know, taking care of your neighbor instead of, you know, subjugation and fear and, you know, trying to get one over on your neighbor and get one up on them, you know.
Yeah.
We've got to bring it back to the village. We've got to bring it back home.
Yeah, and like people, like homeless people who like usually have a pretty sizable presence around here, like they've been able to come out to
Well, they
the
can't
supply
sleep.
stations. they can't sleep, but they've been able to come out to the supply stations and get food and get water and get hygiene supplies.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Again,
What's up?
not enough out of the zone. This
Gotcha.
isn't a protest, we're just protesters.
Right on. Is there recycle somewhere?
I know there's a garbage can on that side.
Yeah,
All right.
There is recycling, I just don't know where.
I think that they're trying to set
Where's the
up
garbage going? Like after the cans fill up, where does that go?
I think it's just being moved down to dumpsters.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the city's picking it up?
I mean, I don't actually know the answer.
Yeah, I don't know that answer.
Because like Waste Management's a private company, you know?
Yeah.
We're figuring out how to take care of that.
Okay. Because like it's going to be a lot of dump runs.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like no one says this is going to be easy, you know, and
there's a lot of work we got to put in.
There's a lot of work.
It's going to take a lot of money.
There's a lot of, you know. Well, you know, if there's one thing, you know, growing up, I listened to the song "The Revolution Will Not Be Televised." However, it will be live streamed, crowdfunded, and retweeted for days. So.
All right. Well, cool beans.
I want people to come out here to Seattle.
Well, a lot of people are scared because like the media is making like such a big deal out of, you know, and like half the people on my feed here.
Go talk to the businesses here. They've been allies to us. They've been helping us. You know, like they've been so great. Like they put out here. Yeah, they put out there that we're extorting money from businesses, you know, to operate while we're here. No, not at all. These businesses have been so
that was a story too, that somebody was going around and like trying to tax businesses or something.
Here's the thing.
What's
this experiment?
What's this CHAZ thing that CHAZ guy that everybody's asking about?
You know, he's a great guy. He's very, you know, well spoken. Apparently, he's been painted as our warlord.
Yeah.
But you know, we're not an organization. We're a bunch of people who care about making a better world. Who are like working together to form something that could like look like that.
So I had somebody ask here before, like, why do you guys not? Because I mean, people have done this before. They get some money together, they go buy like some acreage out in Timbuktu, and they like start their thing there. Like, why are we doing this?
This is in Timbuktu. This is right here.
Well, no, I hear you, but like,
this is
technically speaking, like somebody owns all of this stuff, right?
In the city, and that it can spread to the rest of the city.
Gotcha. Where'd the dude go, by the way?
Movie.
He's been relocated.
Are we sure about that bag? The one on the back, the one that was supposedly the camera equipment, because that was the camera equipment bag.
Has anybody actually looked in it?
Yeah, no, I looked in it. It's not camera equipment. It's like speakers and other electronics. So the dude didn't even know it was in the bag. He was just saying that it was his. But I think that's someone else's bag.
Gotcha.
Because, like, you know, he didn't know who his friend was.
Oh.
You know, like,
Okay, my bad. I'm gonna throw away. I was squeezing the bottle, and I guess it's being really bad on the microphone. People are like, "Stop the fucking bottle!" I gotta go find somewhere to toss this.
Come to Seattle. Take part in the experiment.
Well, some of these people are like 12 time zones away. So, but yeah, no, I hear you, man. Take it easy.
Flights are cheap right now.
Huh?
Flights are cheap right now.
Flights are cheap. Yeah.
So yesterday they started the 15.
All right. I'm gonna go toss the bottle.
Look at this. You're on 7 different cameras above, and everyone is recording.
God damn it. Oh, here we go. Okay. Is this what you guys want? All right. There's my GoPro. I've got my riot goggles. You know. They don't recycle. It's amazing because Seattle pioneered the whole premise of mandatory recycling. Technically speaking, and although I don't think this has ever been done, but you can get a fine for not recycling in your own garbage. But like I said, they passed the law and then like it just never turned into anything. But anyway. Alright, I'll go back to filming this because you guys don't need to see me. Thank you, Warren. Let's see, what else do we have here?
Yo, what was the last rave that even happened? What was the last rave?
So there's like some rave kids, you know. There's been no concerts. This is the best thing going. So this is like a race equality, you know, protest, and I just have to point out that the goth white kids and the black kids are sitting very separately. Just saying. It is, I agree. It's a huge unemployment party is what's happening here. It's just a really big unemployment party. Because everybody that I've talked to that I was like, hey, how are you not going to work tomorrow? They're like, oh, I'm getting unemployment. So, yeah. Find some hottie to talk to. Let me see if I can do that. Yeah, I mean, you know, these guys are trying to make their... I'm trying to figure out a way out of here. These guys are trying to make their, like, utopian society, but, you know, I think the garbage question was pretty good. Like, hey, the city's still picking up the garbage for you guys, right? Well, no. We're trying to figure that out. There's no figuring it out. You need a big-ass truck, and you need to take it to a landfill, and somebody's got to pay for that. And, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I mean, the big problem with these things, like I said, is if and when they ever have to become self-sufficient, they fall apart because it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort to do all of the little things. And that's kind of what happens with most of these utopian startups. Because, I mean, this isn't a new idea. People have been doing this. I mean, the United States was founded as a new utopian society. But even, you know, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, there's been a lot of these, you know, cults, very often, you know, religious-based, etc., where they would go and buy some land somewhere and, like, set up their own utopian society. And generally speaking, they fall apart. Wikipedia Jonestown, if you care. I used to play soccer in this field, actually. So... oh, man. Hey man, thank you for doing that. Are you taking the garbage out?
Huh?
Are you taking the garbage out or just compacting?
Just a person coming down, making sure that things are staying nice and clean and tidy and presentable, you know. It's yeah, making a blast.
What are you guys doing with the trash?
The trash, the city of Seattle, is the parks department still coming in and pulling trash out each morning.
Oh, they are?
So what we're trying to kind of do is...
going around the perimeter, so I was, like this morning, I was helping bring stuff out to the...
Do they bring like hand carts or something?
I'm sorry?
Do they bring like hand carts or something?
They just bring their truck, we let them inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just making sure that like there wasn't straggler bags, trying to relocate them to a place where they can easily see them and stuff.
Cool.
So that trash doesn't accumulate, you know, because with this many people, of course it will. So.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of it. But no, that's cool.
Yeah.
Are you guys like with any group or like officially organizing anything? Just like a bunch of guys that are like, hey, there's trash, we're going to be the ones that fix it? Cool.
Yeah.
Right on. I got a bunch of friends from like all over the world who are kind of like, hey man, what the hell is going on in Seattle? Because, you know, the media is just like, you know, all they want to report on is some rapper dude with a gun or something like that, and the barricades and everything else.
Yeah,
and it's just like, I'm going to go walk around.
Yeah,
I was hearing
What's up, man?
crazy rumors about people I mean, I haven't seen any of this substantiated at all, but people were saying that A, people are being ID'd on entry to through the barriers.
Yeah.
And B, they were trying to charge tolls and extort people. That'd
be comical. But yeah, no, I talked to the guys at the barricades on both ends, and they were like, I don't know, they're here to protect the protesters, I guess, according to them, and they
starts anything.
And to open it up if because lots of people, of course, do live in this neighborhood, so it's probably a major inconvenience to them that they can't drive their car to their garage.
Let the residents in.
Well, and I noticed that the barricade, because I was here on Sunday, and they were blocking it a block away, and now it's moved actually this way. It got smaller because of the condo buildings there, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, that and the businesses, and it's like a compromise, of course, too. And
we don't want to rub anybody the wrong way.
There's an article that came out saying that somebody was going around charging businesses a $500 tax for being here or some shit. And
I haven't.
Yeah.
I have not heard of anything like that. But,
okay.
I hope not. I would imagine not. But
gotcha.
That would be an individual, not a representative of any group.
But I mean, everybody here is just groups of individuals, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's not really everybody's like, go talk to whoever's in charge, and I'm like, I'm not sure who that is.
Yeah, I had somebody here this morning.
That guy looks official.
To our leaders, quote unquote, and that was too funny.
Yeah.
There's people who are standing up and doing more than others, and everybody's got their own department, They're
just kind of do what you want type of a thing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of people just collaborate and they talk to each other, and the cool part about it is they'll just be like, hey, I've got these resources, do you need these? And it's kind of an interesting collaborative effort, if you will. So
cool.
On that note, I'm gonna carry on. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
We need this message conveyed.
Yeah. No, I'm just walking around talking to people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stay safe, man.
Gucci.
People keep asking about this Raz guy. Do you guys know Raz? Is Raz telling you guys what to do?
He's a rapper, I suppose, and he has some clout, but I haven't actually spoken to him personally. He has a group of people that help him out, is my understanding.
Okay.
And he's the face of it for some people, but I don't know.
But you guys are not receiving your orders from Raz?
No.
Yeah.
I
didn't even hear about this until I got here, but every other fucking person on my live feed right now is asking about it.
I've talked to him a couple of times, and generally he's a good person to interview if you do come across him. He has generally a pretty straightforward message about why we're here.
Okay, I have no idea what he looks like, but I'm sure that people on here would, because I started out just inviting a bunch of friends, but I've got a bajillion people in here now.
I'm sure you'll find him.
Cool. Okay, well, you guys carry on. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Mike, I think that's kind of the point. There's not really a leader, per se. Ask them if they seen Scarecrow and a Tin Man. Yeah, come on, man, that wouldn't be nice. So I walked past the precinct a bunch of times. I guess I'll show you guys one more time because there's probably a bunch of new people in here. But in short, they put up plywood sheets on all of the windows and then put chain link around it. And there's a bunch of writing and murals and stuff like that on it. But nothing's broken, nothing's on fire. The city of Seattle was saying, because there's a 911 call center in there. They were saying that they were going to continue to staff it, but I highly doubt anybody's in there because it's entirely surrounded. So that's that building with all the lights. So the building with all the lights in front of me is the precinct building. And I'll kind of show it to you guys what they've done with it. Hey Brad, are you home already? I kind of lost you guys. I didn't mean to walk away from you. So I'm smelling a fair bit of spray paint. But so this is a precinct building. Matter of fact, I think that's where they used to have their police vehicles and stuff like that in there. But, you know, if anybody wanted to bust through that thing, they totally could, but nobody cares to, apparently. So, there's a thing here that says cop-free zone. And, like I said, I mean, if somebody wanted to break a window, you could totally chuck a rock up there, but no one's really done anything. I'll be honest with you guys, like, I totally thought they were going to set it on fire when they got here, but no one's done a thing to it. So, and then somebody put up this black tarp. This space is now property of the Seattle people. I think it used to be the property of Seattle people before that, but in a different way. So, now we've got a couple of tents here. Not really sure what's going on there, but the tent over there has a sign on it that says public tents. So they were empty when I was walking by earlier, but I think they might have people in them now that have just crashed. I mean, the number of people out here has gotten a lot smaller over the last hour. I think people are, like, you know, going back home and turning in. But yeah. This U-Haul truck was not here a little bit ago, and it just appeared. So I don't know what's up with that. Raz is at the precinct right now. It is right behind you. Really? Raz guys behind me. Are we talking about like at the barricade or at the crosswalk? So when I saw the girl that painted this mural, I gotta say, some pretty amazing skill. I mean, she was just sitting with a photograph like this and just painted that standing on a ladder. So, red-orange hoodie. Sydney, are you trying to get me killed? Alright, I'll walk over there, see if I can find a dude in a red-orange hoodie. Does Raz get free cable? So yeah, and that's like the building next to the precinct, and boarded up, some murals and things on there, but not too much. So this is kind of the end of it. I don't know what happened. So where's Raz? Have I seen anyone armed? Yes. So there's a couple of barricades that have had some guys holding rifles and doing open carry as well. I talked to one of them pretty extensively, probably for about 20 minutes. I've asked other people here whether they kind of objected to them being here, and nobody seemed to, but I will say, like, they're kind of in a group of their own, and people give them, you know, a lot of space. They're essentially just trying to be there for safety and security. I asked them if, you know, somebody asked them to, like, walk them to their building or something like that, if they would help them out. They said, absolutely, that's what we're here for. They also, you know, move barricades out of the way. If a vehicle's trying to come through, they're just making sure that somebody doesn't rush in here and hurt people. So, I've asked them if they've, like, searched anyone or ID'd anyone, and they said no, that they are looking out for people, like, bringing in large backpacks that may contain a bomb, but they haven't really searched anyone. So I think those guys are there just trying to, you know, do something good. Yeah, it was a John Brown gun club, that's what it was. Yeah, generally speaking, I'd say it's really safe out here. Oh, Sydney, are you guiding me here? Is this where I'm supposed to be going? Hold on. Is this what I'm looking for?
And what I've been telling people not in a paranoid way, but to watch the rooftop. None of us are on the goddamn roof.
What's up?
News or something like that?
No, I'm just doing a live feed for my friends who are from out of town or from out of the U.S.
Oh, okay.
So they're kind of asking like what's going on in Seattle, and I'm like, I'll show you because you know the media is doing some pretty crazy shit.
Crazy stuff, yeah.
Are you Raz by any chance?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, what's up, man?
What's going on with you? Yeah, definitely. Where can we see the live feed?
I mean, it's on Facebook. It's on my profile. You can
just a
pull it up.
personal?
Yeah.
Got you. That was definitely. But how do you feel about things out here? Now that you're out here,
I'm just kind of observing. You know, I talked to the guys with the rifles over there. I talked to the people with the stations and stuff like that. And a lot of people have been asking about you. I honestly didn't even really hear about you before I came. So, but they said you're kind of like just, you know, kind of what your stance is and whether you're running things here or what. But I've asked a bunch of people if you're kind of like telling them what to do, and they're like, no, we're just doing our own thing.
yeah, I don't tell anybody what to do. Yeah, that's why it's just craziness when you hear all those little stories or whatever. It's just that tweet that Trump left kind of made everyone start stirring up and saying a bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about, but I mean, he tweets dumb shit all the time.
But yeah, Trump said that it's a terrorist organization out here, and then people are trying to deem, you know.
There's definitely a lot of bullshit. They were saying that the guys at the barricades were like checking IDs and not letting people in, and I mean that's just a bunch of crap. I went and talked to them, and they were super chill.
Yeah.
So,
no one checked my
but
ID.
yeah,
no, not at all. It's been a peaceful and just a defense thing all the time.
Cool.
So yeah, that's good. Are you from out here, or are you from Sam?
I mean, I've lived in Western Washington for 20. I moved here in '97, so like whatever that makes it, 23 years now.
Gotcha.
So I live in Des Moines now.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. What's up?
So we're having everyone meet in the field. We would love to have you speak. I think Maurice is out there too. Basically what we're trying to do is gather everyone so we can get it on film and get it out to the news media in response to Trump's thing to show what's actually going on here. Yes. So meet in the field. We have speakers, okay? Yeah. So we need everyone to move to the field in front of home plate.
Are we getting to the field? We go to the field?
Yes. Get everyone to go to the field. Yes.
Well, are we leaving this unguarded?
I mean, have your people guarded.
Hold on. Alright guys, thank you.
So I guess that was Raz.
Go to the field!
What's up, man? The field is the other way. All right.
Everyone, head to the field!
Why?
Go to the field!
Why?
Because we're going to go on live to talk about what's actually going here in response to Trump's tweet. Let's go!
So I think you've just witnessed how organization is done here. Everyone, do this. Why? Because. Okay. I got Raz on my feed, and all of a sudden I got 107 viewers. So I don't think anything is happening at the field, and the Raz guy went in the opposite direction of the field, so I'm a little confused, but I'll go to the field. I'm not going to hound the guy. I mean, he talked to me. He obviously had something going on. I don't really know who he is or even have a competent question to ask him. Kind of felt like Larry King that time that he interviewed Paul McCartney and asked him, well, did you write any songs?
Yes.
See? Yeah, I mean, generally I don't think that this is going to be very sustainable long term. But, you know, it's interesting. My battery's still at 88%. Yeah, this phone can go for longer than I can. And I'm really hoping I can save this feed. There's a finish button. I don't know if that saves it though. I don't know. Raz didn't seem violent with me. He was like a dude. I mean, he did have his entourage with him, but I don't know. I wouldn't say that I was alarmed for my safety in any way. So yeah, I think they used to shut these lights off at like 11 or something, because I had a soccer game here some years ago, and like we had to make sure our game ended by a certain time because they shut the lights off. But now they obviously aren't doing that. Yeah, so Brad lives just a few blocks from here. I didn't know that they're leaving the lights on all the time now. They may have actually started doing that because this was a pretty popular place for the homeless to like set up their tents, so keeping the lights on probably, you know, kept weird stuff from happening. So John P., a bunch of people are asking, like, you know, that they could kill the power and the water and whatever. Nobody here is drinking municipal water. Like, there's bottled water by the caseload everywhere. And a lot of these stands have, like, generators and stuff. Like, I know that you can bust into the bottoms of these light poles and tap electricity there. I haven't seen anybody do that. Like, it seems to be relatively self-sufficient. I think that if they cut the power here, probably what would happen is people would start fires for light, and the city probably doesn't want that. So, plus, as Brad pointed out, these lights used to be on 24/7 anyway, so, you know. Toilets. There's porta potties set up all around. Matter of fact, you can see right there, there's some porta potties, now that I've learned how to zoom. As far as funding, as far as I can tell, a lot of it is probably self-funded. All these stands and stuff like that. I mean, the big funding, where's the big funding coming from? It's coming from the Unemployment Security Department. All of these people are here because practically everybody's on unemployment right now from COVID-19. And yeah, so that's the biggest fundraiser for this whole thing. As far as the stands and stuff like that, I think, it's not really hard to throw a couple of $100 together and, run to Costco and get some supplies. And then a lot of these places are collecting donations and such. That's just kind of how it seems to be. I've looked at the stands to see if they're using like similar tables or similar tents or similar, goods and stuff like that. It's a hodgepodge, so it didn't come off of like, one large purchase that like George Soros made or something like that. I see zero evidence of that.
Yeah, everybody, seriously, we need everyone to gather in as best as they can.
People are saying that Raz is here. Let me go see. Is he? Oh no, they're not self-sustained at all. Like if the city stops picking up garbage, it's going to be the end. So, but by the way, that guy in the middle in the red shorts, like he's been challenging everybody to race. He's probably ran this course 100 times already. It's pretty amazing.
In 10 minutes when Maurice does it better. Exactly. And also in the morning when the media is here, because this is something that really does need to be clarified.
Oh, there's Raz.
Yeah,
cool.
Everybody, if you can live stream this, that'd be fantastic. Because we do need this out in the media as fast as possible, as fast as humanly possible, and as fast as the digital medium can carry us.
My GoPro should be relatively charged up, so I'm gonna get it going. I'm gonna try to. And this is just evidence of how much of a piece of shit GoPros are. It's been probably an hour since I unplugged this thing.
Many people can be here. Come on, we got an announcement. We got a beautiful, fantastic announcement for everyone of these amazing protesters here. There, and then I guess a little bit of a clearing announcement for anyone drinking alcohol here in the park. Please use a separate cup. Don't be drinking directly out of that substance. So just keep everything on the up and clear. So, I guess we can make this announcement here and now, and then as we go through with the rest of today, as well as tomorrow morning, we're going to continue to make this announcement. There seems to be a little bit of misinformation being spread right now around some of the protesters and declaring this area known as Capitol Hill as the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. I don't think that everyone here recognizes the true ramifications of that statement. And we would like to clear that this is not an autonomous zone, but instead a protest. That we marched for days to protest against the injustice, the racial injustice, as well as the police brutality in this nation. By no means are we declaring war on the country that we wish to protect. To declare an autonomous zone is to do just that. For any of you who've seen the tweets by our big air quotes fantastic President Trump, he has actually proclaimed that Governor Inslee and Mayor Durkan have lost control of their city and that drastic measures will be enacted. We have to be very clear with our message from the beginning and in every day that this is a protest against police brutality and racial injustice, not an autonomous zone. Peaceful protest, all right? As the media comes throughout tomorrow, we need to keep that message strong. As people ask you on social media and in person, keep that message strong. This is not an autonomous zone. This is a peaceful protest, all right? Tomorrow around 3 p.m., we actually have another meeting with Mayor Durkan, Chief Best, as well as Chief Scoggins to continue the demands that we have had as a community. Any of you who have been emailing us on Seattle's United, we are collecting all of that. We have community leaders. We have the Urban League. We have the Black Fathers. We have various community leaders. I am not a cop.
Anybody a cop?
But I did not. Never led you guys anywhere except being good. But we have these meetings that are actually demanding genuine radical change of our police reform. Mayor Durkin will be providing a timeline for that, which means your protests are being successful. But again, we must continuously emphasize this is not an autonomous zone. This is a peaceful protest.
Hey man, can I take a picture with you?
An autonomous zone means we are seceding from America, and I don't believe that is the message of any of the protests. As one of the people who began a lot of these protests, that was never the message of these. It is simply to fight against the police brutality and the racial injustice, and to give honor and justice to George Floyd and the countless and Native people, lives lost by police brutality. That is why we march. That is why we sit. That is why we stand. If we have any questions, we are absolutely welcome to answer any questions and any queries to that point. But we, again, must continuously stay on message and on brand and to the point of why we gather here every day. All right? Every day. We march every day, not to occupy, but until there is change. We march every day so that every black person, so that every Native person, so that every person of any creed can walk down the streets and feel safe. Any color, any creed. That is why we march, not to declare war, but to keep our citizens safe.
It's the only way.
All right, so again, I want to leave you with saying, this is not an autonomous zone, this is a peaceful protest. As people continue to ask, you wonderful faces here, you, honestly, yeah, you faces of this movement, keep that message strong. Yeah, my name is David Lewis. So right now we're trying to get the media here on 10 a.m. so that we can figure this out. One actual sub-announcement. Some other announcements. Some of the media are actually not here today because protesters have been chasing them away. It's causing them to be fearful, and also some of their executives are not allowing them to even be here right now. One of the most dangerous things we can have is having this movement not be televised. Please, as you see the media, keep them safe. They've been here getting maced with you. They've been here on the front lines with you. Those of you who are new to this movement, I appreciate you and I thank you, but talk to those who've been with us. Talk to those who've been marching. Talk to those who've been maced, tear gas, fought, bled for this movement before you're speaking, okay? We all have to stay united and peaceful throughout this protest, all right? Freedom of the press.
Freedom of the press.
Exactly. That's all I personally have to say.
Hey, wait. I have a question. Are you here for police abolition or not? I've been pepper sprayed. I've been tear gassed.
Yeah.
I've been here since the fucking beginning. And I didn't hear that in anything you had to say.
Absolutely. I am 100% for the...
I felt safe in this neighborhood for the first fucking time in my life.
Yeah.
And I want to know whether or not you are for inviting the police back into this neighborhood and making this an unsafe place to be.
Fair. That's a very good question. For I myself, I stand here representing, and this is kind of weird, but this is how the media has portrayed it. Yeah, representing two factions. One, I stand here as the role of facilitator for a lot of the community views, and I stand with the views of the community. Period. Me personally, I believe in the concept of defunding the police. What I personally believe in is, as a black man, it's not that I want to never be able to call an officer. I want to call an officer if things get poor and be treated with the privilege that white people have. That's what I stand for.
Yeah.
How y'all feeling? Absolutely, and I believe that with the aspect of defunding and restructuring the current system, we can create something better, something that has never been created before in this nation. How y'all feeling? Check. So, from what I hear that he's saying that as a black man, the police have failed him. Check, right, yeah. What it sounds like he's saying is, as a black man, the police have failed him. When he calls the police, he's more afraid of his life, you know, for what the police might do to him than what he might have called the police or whatever, all that. And that it sounds like he would appreciate a better alternative. So I don't think he's saying that he wants the police as we know it, and I don't think anyone's there. The thing is that we gotta all stay together, unified, and moving towards this one goal with this. Now, the other thing that I keep on stressing is that we didn't win this by force. We win this by the people. And it's still not a win. You know, we're still out here. We're still working. But it's the people. It is persistence, and then PR. You understand that? And so that's why we have to be very careful, because they fight wars with PR, especially internal wars. We're going against politicians. That's something that I had to learn. That's something that I had to learn very quickly this last couple weeks. My name is Ras Simone. I'm from the community. I'm from the hood. I've never had any issues with anyone in my last 30 years of life until this week. And now I have all these crazy things being said about me. I had to realize that this is a political war, and they fight that with PR and lies and PR and lies. If you guys don't know what COINTELPRO is, go look it up. Go look it up. How do you think that the Black Panthers got dismantled? How do you think MLK, Malcolm X, the US movement? Like, please don't fall for the same things. Don't fall for the paranoia. They're looking at everyone, calling them an op, calling them a this, calling them a that, saying they did this, they and that. That's how they break us up. And then they look at us like dumbass bitches. You know what I'm saying? So guys, keep it together. Don't fall into the whole gossip and the whole thing. If someone tells you something and it pulls at your heartstrings, ask for the receipts. Get the receipts. Get the paperwork. Get the text messages. Get the whatever. And then if someone does say something, like if you heard something about me, just come up to me and ask me. I've had hour-long conversations with a lot of people out here. We had, brother brought over 2 people and we had a conversation with them, and they were like, damn, afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So just ask the people if you're that concerned. If you're not that concerned, then don't spread false news. Because then we start spreading up and it's all bad. And all the tactics that they were trying to employ, they worked. Trump won he got elected by memes. That was what the Russian spies that used memes. You know what I'm saying? So it's things like that that can be used against us and be divisive. But now again, we got this through people, because we are all out there on the front line, in the middle, and holding it down for so long. Our persistence for holding it down so long, and then PR. The police officers got some really bad PR just a couple days ago. The world is looking at them. That's why I keep on saying the world is watching, because they're seeing what's going on. So if we're going to win this, I think a lot of it's going to have to do with PR. And so if we're keeping our PR clean, that's how we're going to be able to keep this clean. And so that's why, and you have to understand, I can't even say too much, but stop snitching on yourself. And don't dry snitch. There you go. That's my brother right there. I love you, G. Keep the PR clean. We haven't done anything that every single thing that every single person I've seen out here has been peaceful. It might be disruptive, or whatever, but it's all been peaceful. So watch that PR, and let's win this war with the PR. Let's not let Trump send out a tweet that brings, missiles our way and stuff like that. We don't need that. We need to have good PR and make it so that they don't keep us pinning us like that. Bro, what's your name? Come here. Come here. What's your name, bro? Stop talking to me like that. Please. In any other place that I would... You want to have this. So what I was saying is stop snitching on yourself. That's what I'm saying, because you sound like a cop by doing that. That's what I'm saying. And I got my ass kicked every day. I'm a fucking black man, and I'm from the hood. I'm from Deuce. Bro, stop, please. Okay, can we have respect? Okay, so respect him when he's on the mic. We respect you. If you want the mic, then ask for the mic, and then you get the mic. It's a people's thing, isn't it? Exactly. So guys, let's keep it together. Let's keep the peace. Let's keep the unity. I love you. I don't know your name, but I love you. I do. Okay, I really do. And no disrespect by that. We're all passionate. Okay. What's your name? Bean? Bean or B? B. I love you, B. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna pass the mic off, but just stay focused. Don't let anybody get in your head. Stay focused. Keep that PR good. When cameras come around, just say positive things. Is peace, peace, peace. We've been so focused on Black lives and so focused on accountability and abolition and taking, you know, a defunding, that they've been able to have a foothold to be able to push out this negative, this other negative narrative that's not even what's going on here. I never watched the news. I just started getting things because Trump tweeted something, and then these guys started tweeting something about me and saying all this stuff and saying I'm a terrorist warlord and all these crazy things that definitely are not happening at all. Like, you look at my Twitter, it's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I have like hundreds of thousands of people saying I'm a terrorist warlord, and I'm just like, yo, have any of you guys ever heard me send an order out to you like, please stop? There was one that said I'm working with Palestinians to get us firearms from Palestine. Bro, I'm not kidding. So this is, and I just looked at this. So this is the PR that we're looking at. Go look at my Twitter. That's Simone at Twitter. This is not a promotion. I already have hundreds of thousands of people because Trump just fucking tweeted me. So I don't give a fuck about you guys. But I do want you guys to see what the fuck we're at. It's like, look at my mentions. It's fucking ridiculous. I can't even go through the last hour. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of this shit. And it's all terrorists. So you need to understand that if you ever see a camera out here, make sure that what you're talking about, make sure you push that peace. And don't try and pick what you're saying apart. So just say peace. We're out here on peace. Hey, it's love. It's peace. It's peace. Make sure I would say don't even say abolition or, you know, maybe say defunding and peace. Like, make sure you say that shit quick, because they would cut it off. They did one interview with me, and it didn't come off weird, but they, like, had me say one word. It was like, yeah, love, or it was some shit like, you know, blah, 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 and they cut out one part, like, literally one word. So, just watch for that shit. It's tactics. We gotta do better than that. We gotta learn from our mistakes, learn from our ancestors' mistakes, watch the stars, and let's just do better, y'all. Much love.
I just want to say, hey, yo, I just want to say this. I don't care, please. This ain't for nobody else. I don't need your streams or none of that. I just need all my white brothers and sisters that's out here standing in solidarity with us to check yourself. You cannot be out here standing in solidarity with black people and calling black people cops, agents, and enemies. If you don't know why you're out here, get your ass somewhere else. I'm tired of hearing white people from the side that's supposed to be out here to support us, accusing us, the reason we're all out here, of heinous shit. Please get your shit together. If you was really about something, you wouldn't have been running from the gas, and you would have been running from the flash bombs. You would have been running towards it. So, if you meet us with that energy, I will meet you with that energy, because you are an enemy of what we're trying to do here. Sorry, I am not sorry. Check yourself. You are here to support. This is not about you. I see all kind of communities hopping all along for this ride, but this is about black lives that are being taken by the police at astronomical numbers. Watch your fucking mouth. Don't disrespect me or any other person of color that's out here. I needed to say it like that. They're attacking our brother. He's been here to help everybody else out here. And it's not your fault that you don't make music around the city so the cameras are not coming towards you. But every time that you get a microphone, we listen to everything you have to say. Watch yourself. This is not about you. You're here helping us. And if you forgot that, because of this unification we're having, I'm here to remind you. This is about people that are like me. I'm sorry, but I don't give a damn. You guys better watch it, and I mean that, because the worst thing to happen to you is when you see a threat from the inside, you don't see a threat. All you see is your people. They will use that against us in a real way. Somebody will charge you up to you being so passionate about what you say you believe in, you'll go against it. Watch yourself. I don't need the camera, fam. This is literally for us. This ain't for none of that. I don't need the cameras, fam. Please watch yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Hold your friends accountable. I don't want to hear nobody saying my brother sounds like a cop. I don't want to hear nobody saying that we over here agents. You outside for us, and we standing with you instead of telling you to go somewhere else. We're inviting you with this, because if your heart's in the right place, then you're here. Please stop doing that. We will not have it. We will not have it all. You understand me? So when they try to slander my brother and try to slander us out here for being the enforcers that we are, remember, me turning a blind eye could hurt you. Me turning a blind eye could hurt you, sister. You're beautiful, by the way. How you doing? I'm short. I like long walk. Now I'm playing. Seriously though, we have to make sure that we're holding ourselves accountable. And that's it. That's all. I just want to remind y'all that, all the people that's commenting, all that other shit, every post you make, remember that you're here standing in solidarity with us, and we didn't call you fake. We didn't question your heart. We accepted you. Watch your fucking mouth.
That was real. That was real. And I'm not laughing about that. I want everybody to go and look and see how quickly the narrative transformed from us being peaceful protesters to being anarchists and Antifa, and the John Brown Gun Club, which is a leftist militia known as the Redneck Revolt, showed up to offer some help. Every aspect of what we did has completely been sideswiped by the conditions of what we're doing because of that stupid autonomous zone bullshit. Everything, all those barricades, they put that shit out there. That's not ours. They're making it seem like we took the police station by force and are forcing them out of here. We didn't do shit. They got scared because their PR sucked and they kept fucking gassing us. They left because they're bitches and they couldn't fucking hold their peace. So we're not going to allow them to fucking label us anarchists and Antifa so that they can push their fucking narrative. We're not going to play that stupid game. Don't allow that shit. I know everyone says, we don't like the cops, fine. But we can't play a game where we're going to act like we're actually so tough that we're fucking seceding from the nation. If we're autonomous, the military is going to come in and kick this shit out. We're going to get fucked up by the military, straight up. Y'all talk about the cops, the military ain't going to play that same game. If we're pretending to be seceding, that means you're trying to drop your American citizenship and you're trying to progress into a sovereign nation. You're declaring war? That's not what the fuck we're doing. We're not going to win like that. This all becomes illegal. We're playing a legal way using the privilege in the crowd, and we're going to progress that narrative using their shit every time. If you play that game the way that they're playing, you're going to get fucked up and we're all going to go to jail. So we're not playing that shit. We're not playing that shit. He's not a terrorist leader. I never heard none of that shit. I know nobody out here not getting paid from nobody. All this shit is donated by Grandma and Uncle Tom, Uncle Bill, whatever the fuck. Somebody's donating this shit. Nobody got funding. Nobody got guns except 2 or 3 people because they try to send up their Proud Boys. So at the end of the day, right now they're saying we're guarding the gates to stop the cops from coming in. What kind of dumb shit is that? If that were real, they would have killed every single one of us. They're playing like they're bitches now, and we're some hardcore anarchists doing some real shit. All we did was peacefully walk up to their fucking door, and they left. They left like bitches because we walked up peacefully. Right. They straight up told it. Right. It was their whole fucking narrative. They played this game smooth. They knew that they were violating us. Now we're some terrorists and shit. That's crazy. How is this a white revolt in the redneck militia when this is a black protest? That don't make no fucking sense. You telling me that the white supremacists are now, that's us now? What the fuck are we talking about here? Everybody out here needs to stop using the autonomy. We're not autonomous nothing. This is a protest and we're all protesters and nobody's a leader. We're all standing up because we're all concerned about the conditions of
systematic oppression. So we're only moving for the conditions of justice. We want equity. So taking the money from the SPD is a requirement in the condition that they're overreaching their bounds. We're not moving to fight with guns. I don't have a gun. I'm not playing that game. Y'all want to play that game? Go ahead. You're going to be fighting against the military. Trump is going to make this a federal scenario, and that's not what we want. We want local conditions until we conquer through legal means. We want to take the steps properly. Y'all want to jump and fight the whole United States? Y'all, that's not the game I'm playing. I did everything legally, and you can't touch me. That's what I'm playing, straight up. If we're not using the privilege, we're fucking up. We got to do this right, so they can't say shit, and they look stupid. They mad because they bombed us, trying to walk up to their fucking door because they thought we were going to burn down that building, and we did it. Now they look stupid. So I want every single one of you to stop using autonomous as what this zone is. We are protesters. You need to spread that dialogue as quickly as possible because these motherfuckers are going to fight us quickly. Look, that shit was, I only heard that name yesterday, and it's already on the news like 15 times. That shit popped out so quick. Right. I don't know. I never heard who said that. Right. They trying to play us on some dumb shit. I never heard a niggas make a name like that.
Right. You need to spread that shit as quickly as possible. This is not autonomous zone. And so when they kick the door, they're going to get another lawsuit. We're not playing that shit.
All right, first off, y'all. First off. Let me ask you guys a question. Yeah, I'm sorry. Let me ask you guys a question. Who voted on the name CHAZ? Raise your hand. If you voted on the name CHAZ, raise your hand. That shit sounds stupid to me, and I said it earlier today. I don't like the name CHAZ. I do not. That shit sounds funny as fuck. You guys, my name is Mark Anthony Henry Jr. I've been out here every day, and I hope a lot of you have seen my face. I'm sure a lot of you guys have. I am tired of living in fear. Raise your hand if you have denounced your American citizenship today or yesterday. You're sitting here talking because you're trying to scare us. You're trying to scare us, Donald Trump, and I'm not scared. I'm tired of living in fear. You guys, I was called a terrorist last week. This shit ain't new to me. I was called a terrorist last week.
Hey, Penny, I don't think any of that is going on here. Like, nobody's kept here. Like, you can totally leave at any time and come at any time, and nobody bothers you. I went in and out of the barricades probably 10 times today, and nobody said a thing to me.
They call Malcolm X a terrorist. I don't give a fuck if you want to call me that because I'm fighting for equal rights. I do not give a fuck what you want to label me. I was telling everybody last week I watched Fox News.
How to donate to what?
This is no surprise. If you heard me speak, I've been telling you all week. I watched Fox News and I saw this shit coming. It's not a surprise. They will label us and they've been trying to divide us. They've been trying to tell us we don't know what we're out here rallying about. We are out here rallying because we see injustice and we see a broken system. Black Lives Matter was the fire, it was the spark that lit the fire. It was the spark that lit the fire. And now you have the people fired up. And it scares you so you're making threats. But I'm not scared. And I refuse to live in fear. I refuse to live in fear. You can call us an autonomous zone if you want to. I am an American citizen. What they did to us was commit war crimes. When they killed us against us. We are American citizens. Those are international war crimes.
I don't know what that says.
To the Geneva Protocol. Circa 1925. I'm also a history major, you guys, if you did not know, if you have not heard me yet. And I will continue to tell you, I am not scared of telling Donald Trump I am not scared of your bitch ass, punk ass, stupid ass. You can't even spell the word stupid. You can't even spell the word stupid. And you're trying to call me whatever. I don't give a fuck, Donald Trump. You don't know what you're talking about. You want to call us terrorists, learn how to address a patriot when you see one. This country was built on a protest, and it was not peaceful. It's called the Boston Tea Party. Well, who the fuck you talking to?
Apparently I look suspicious. I don't know.
Whenever I see a group of only men talking, I make it a point.
Yeah, what does this say?
Because even though I love men, specifically black men, with all my heart, and I
Hey, what does this say?
for you, I
Oh, that's
Fight the what?
The power bar.
The power?
Fight the power bar.
Gotcha. Okay.
We give you energy to fight the power.
They're chocolate chip cookies in a ball.
They're probably peanut butter with chocolate.
Gotcha. All right. I'll go with that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I would like to ask.
Gonna mooch some more free food.
So maybe I'm part of the like propaganda machine. I was told that.
So Raz is the guy in the red hoodie over there. That big tall guy.
Is that not something?
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, I seen that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they have one.
And then currently, I am working with a group of people like techies and list makers and the sort of like categorizers and information gatherers that are going to try to.
I don't really feel unsafe, guys.
So that. Like,
pretty chill in here.
Like this should always be filmed and made available to a bunch of people that aren't here. Like, we are so divided within this movement right now, and part of the reason is like everyone has different sleep schedules, everyone is just like doing their own thing, and that's totally fine. But like this right here,
If somebody had a peanut allergy, they would keel over. They should also probably know what peanut butter looks like and not eat it.
When there's 1,000 people
Personal
here,
responsibility
no
there.
idea, like that this even happened. I know. So, in the next 10 hours, this website and this email list should be up. And we're trying so hard to unify everyone. Raz's voice, everyone that's standing up here. Nikita Oliver, Jason, who's a youth voice. Like, there's a bunch of people.
That was good. Looks like oats in there and chocolate chips and peanut butter. Fucking delicious.
This website is up, but it is Sarah Cornet. Sarah, S-A-R-A-H, Cornet.
I agree, streaking protesters would be awesome because I don't think they're going to do the Fremont bike ride this year. So they could protest. I'm all for it.
Like, actually be part of like making this a sustainable situation. So, the reason I'm taking the mic though is women of color in the audience. Please do not be afraid to take on organizational leadership roles. Women in general, your voices are needed when there is amplification. Because like this right here was super important information, right? But also we need to be using amplification for strategy. Strategy like...
What's up, man? I remember you.
Yeah, good to see you. Okay,
How you doing?
strategy like...
Pretty good.
Who is patrolling that street right there, where the tents are? Is Antifa? I was just walking right there. They can already see us. Alright, sometimes I just need to shut the fuck up. But anyway, I don't actually have that much to say, but I just like see a bunch of dudes with a microphone, I'm like, well, I'm a female and I'm gonna take the mic. So, that's it.
Yeah, I got you. Any other women that feel like they need to talk is good, but I just don't want you to feel like it's a divisive situation. Also, you know what you're doing here, you know what you're doing here, just like that lady knows what she's doing here. So, be careful of who you give your information to. There are definitely people over here patrolling, and then they tried to twist the narrative when we were doing our job patrolling. You are okay, stay doing what you're doing, and allow everybody else to have their part. If you gather everybody and hit one door, you're not going to take down the foundation, you're just going to get through that door. If you have attack points from different places, you get to your goal quicker. As long as we all know why we're here, who's in here, what strategies, all that shit is important, but you have to be careful of who you're talking to, because just off of us being here peacefully, that was twisted around. So you don't want to give everybody your info. You cannot let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. We are here in solidarity. There are individuals who want to fight for you. There are individuals who want to stand for you. There's individuals who want to help fund. We just don't know what to give them, what to tell them to put the money towards. So when we're doing that, when you're realizing that there's people that are not here that want to help, but they're put in a position where they can't come out vocally, instead of saying that they're hurt, you can come up too. This lady right here is about to talk behind me. You can come up and you can speak your ideas and shit. Just be careful, because even though we're gathering like this, I will say the only thing I don't agree with that, sister, is that everything should be videotaped. Because if we live in the world of spin, we live in a world where a guy can say he can grab females by the pussy and he's elected as the president. You have to be careful about what you do, what you say. And we all around patrolling, so when you see your brothers and your sisters patrolling, don't see them as your enemy, see them as your safety net.
No, actually, this system. Okay, so my name is Maria. I'm from the South End. I don't need this. I'm not. Do I need this, or? I mean, you don't have to. For the people in the back, yeah. So I'm from the South End. I'm not new to this protesting shit. I've been protesting at my high school being rebuilt ever since I started going to Rainier Beach. So this isn't new. So I'm here because Black Lives Matter. My black ass matters. My friend's black ass matters. My little brother's black ass matters. Everyone's getting mad at the media, twisting the story that we're peaceful and we're out here. We've been out here for days, peacefully protesting. The only thing I can say is tell your side of the story. I know you should not to record it, but I don't care. I've been live streaming everything, telling my truth of what's happening because I'm out here.
I saw you running earlier, man. Holy cow. You're fast, man.
And I've been drinking too.
No, I mean, I saw you run probably like 20 times.
Yeah, and like, bro, my leg is like cramping up. It's hurting so bad right now, but I'll still go. Look, I think I've seen you before. You saw me.
They already saw from you what actually happened.
You guys do kind of look together. Holy shit. You should shave, man. It'd be more interesting.
You guys are running through the top. That's how you guys know the difference. You can't be mad. Nobody else can speak for you. I speak for me.
All right. Hi, my name is Abia, and as you can tell, it's an African house name. My dad's an immigrant here, and because of that, I've been afforded like so many opportunities, and I've never wanted to talk about what I feel because I felt like I wasn't the right voice to speak on it. But like from a very young age, I was assimilated in the white culture. And so this question goes out to all of my white allies out here. I'm like really happy you guys are out here, but I just want you guys to remember that when this shit ends and life goes back to whatever normal we have, please remember you might have implicit bias. Please remember your friends who aren't here right now have implicit bias. I have let so much shit slide in my life because from an early age, I dealt with white people and I just let shit brush off my shoulders because I was the minority, like truly the minority. So I want all of you guys, when everything goes back to normal, just please remember that you care about us because we fucking matter. And don't forget that. Don't hold your friends fucking accountable. Please don't let everybody else grow up letting shit slide because they fucking understand. That's all I have to say.
Hey guys, so I got work tomorrow, and I actually got a meeting with a new client in the morning, so I should probably get some sleep. I suspect there's going to be a lot of just talking into the microphone saying the same thing, but you know, I don't think anybody's like kind of running the show here. I don't think it's like dangerously unsafe or, you know, whatever. It's kind of spring break or something, and lots of people unemployed, and this is just a thing to do. So, and from what I've seen, it's generally not violent. I'm not seeing the kind of things that we've seen in the news media in other places. So, yeah. 5 more minutes? Ah, dude, you're killing me. What's going to happen in 5 more minutes?
And, you know, we're still out here doing the same thing. So, you know, when white people can come out here and use their privilege,
and use that as a barrier and let the people of color actually speak?
Yeah, Michael, hit friend, because I think I've never done a live stream before in my life. This is literally the first time. And I think when I hit the finish button, it's going to give me the opportunity to save the video. But, like, I don't think I have enough storage on my phone to do that. So, yeah, if you can hit friend and maybe send me a link to a YouTube or something like that where I can download it, that'd be kind of cool. My GoPro battery didn't last super long, so I'm missing a huge chunk. I don't know how long you've been on there, but, you know, I'll have to figure it out better. I was planning to come down for like maybe an hour, and I've been here a lot longer than that. So, but yeah, whoever's got it saved, you know, friend me, throw it up on YouTube, send me a link. That'd be awesome. And, you know, I might come down here again in the days to come if anything happens. But so far, I gotta say, like, 85% of what I'm seeing in the media is just utter shit. Over-sensationalized, just made to be divisive. Like, you know, I don't agree with these guys on the vast majority of what they're saying, but I'm not seeing, you know, pandemonium or the collapse of the republic or, you know, any of this other crazy shit. Like, they're out there doing their thing. They're not really bothering anybody. I mean, there's a bit of trash, some graffiti, this and that, but on the aggregate, you know, if they want to speak, they can speak, you know. So that's kind of my view on it. Now I got to figure out where the hell I park. So anyway, dudes, I'm going to sign off. Shoot me a friend request and whatnot, and, you know, if anybody's got this whole thing from the beginning to end, that'd be awesome, because I don't think I do. So, yeah, cheers.